Check.
Yeah, no doubt. That's still good audio wise?
Yeah.
Word. All right, yeah, definitely better without the headphones. Okay, that's what's up. Ah, all right. So, shit, I already hit the button, so y'all know what it is. Hey, welcome to the party, man. I don't even know where. This is the wild shit about using my phone and not my camera. I ain't exactly cognizant of where the fucking camera is, so if I look like I'm looking off into space while I'm talking, please forgive me. Yeah. Hey, welcome back, man. Welcome to Pantha Politix Podcast. Glad to be back. You know what I'm saying? We took last week off. A lot of shit going on, you know what I'm saying? But it's life. We're making it do what it do. Of course, I am Seven Da Pantha, aka the Carolina Hurricane, Ridiculous Slang, aka your baby mama's favorite rapper, and a whole lot of other things you should never call me to my face unless your knuckle getting ill, you dig me? And of course, I got my guys in here. Eat mad. What's going on, brother?
Nothing, man. Another day, more bullshit.
All the time, my nigga. All the time. Shit. What's popping out in sunny California?
Nothing, man. Same old.
I could dig it, shit, no doubt. And of course, we got Mojo Barnes in the building. My brother out in Seattle. Man,
Hello.
what's Washington hitting for right now, man? I feel like I ain't been there in a year. Shit.
It's sunny. It's nice today.
That's crazy. Okay. Now watch when I come back Tuesday, it's gonna be fucked up outside.
Yeah. Well, actually, let me check the weather. We could fact check that right now.
No doubt. It just usually be my luck. I'll be going out of town and it'd be like, oh man, it's so nice. And as soon as I come back, it'd be like 30 degrees and raining outside. I'll be mad at them. Like,
no, you go come back to dry weather, it seems.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay. That's a win. I'll take that shit. Hell yeah. No doubt. So I mean shit, man. Look, we already took a week off, man. Like let's get right to it. We want to start with the obvious, or we want to go somewhere else first. What we doing?
Depends on what the obvious is.
I just want to rest in peace to those who passed this week. Rest in peace to OJ.
Yeah.
We
I don't mean to
right
laugh, bro. How do you guys feel about OJ and him passing away?
And also, I wanted to say rest in peace to Rico Wade.
Rico Wade, indeed.
Back to your question.
Rest in peace, Mr. C. No doubt. All right.
Or Mr. C. Pardon me. Definitely.
But yeah, you said you had an answer to the OJ question, yeah, because OJ had his legacy's a little, you know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, definitely. If you want to share some thoughts on that, I'm over for it, definitely.
What'd you say? I missed
it.
I
mean, OJ the guy. As a football fan, I love OJ Simpson. Absolutely. Love OJ the football player. I don't know OJ the man to not like him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him personally. But I find it somewhat problematic the way people have responded to him dying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of especially from a particular individual, fuck it, Caitlyn Jenner or whatever, said, or good riddance to OJ. And I'm like, damn, you really acting like you became a whole new person, and that fact that you had that vehicular homicide on your track record back in the day don't count no more. You know what I'm saying?
And the fact that you did this fucking, never mind. Fuck that. Nah, you know what?
yeah.
You
know it's 2024, bro.
You know what? Nah. Like, the other week I asked Seven to alter some shit because I said something I felt I didn't need to say because I was gonna hurt some feelings. So I'm trying to be more cognizant of the things that I say in the moment because I tend to speak with my chest. Yeah, Caitlyn, that was some bullshit you did when you said that because you definitely got a body on your record too. You know what I'm saying? Now, wait. Sorry. You definitely have a body on your record. I can't say two. OJ was found not guilty.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Caitlyn, the word on the street was in the conspiracy theory streets is the reason why you're Caitlyn is because that was going to help you get around getting sentenced. Wait. I cannot remember. I'm gonna have to Google that shit, but I remember reading like a couple of articles that was about that. And they were like, yeah, like, this is a ploy. So I don't know, man. Believe what you want to believe, man. I ain't with tearing the man down. I'm gonna do the same thing you white people do. which is when the system does what it does, I'm walking with that.
Facts. Hell yeah.
Not get,
I think the part that fuck with me the most is seeing people from the sports world respond the way they did. I would think now, of course, as a journalist, you're supposed to be, objective, whatever. That's what they say. But if you're a sports reporter and you're talking about the death of an icon in sports who was one of the first people to rush for 2,000 yards in the season, you would think that you would give more credence to that as a sports reporter. But instead, a lot of the coverage was very, and some of the people didn't even say, they didn't bring up the case, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't speak very highly of him. And I'm like, I'm not saying you got to hold the man on a pedestal. He's not God, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he passed away. And the one particular thing that you've chosen to specialize in, he was absolutely amazing at that. Absolutely amazing at it. And y'all are treating it like he was some backup running back for the Carolina Panthers who who never did anything great, you know what I'm saying? To try to minimize what he was great at in light of what you may view him as personally because of whatever situations he may have gone through. And mind you, E just made an excellent point. Fuck how you feel, fuck what you think about the situation, the court exonerated. He was found not guilty. So, and some people brought up the civil trial, and I'm like, dog, the same shit happened to the police, and y'all letting them go right back on the street and start working after they killed motherfuckers. So, like, where's the balance? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it different for him than it was for them? The thing that you did convict him for, he did his time, he paid his debt to society and came home. So,
and even then, I think that was bullshit. I thought that time was excessive.
Yes. It felt like some nigga you got away last time. Here you go. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's because it's funny you say that. Like I said what I said because like I saw a lot of people, like you said you prefaced in the sports world talking about OJ, right?
Right.
Now I did have an issue with even seeing people saying acquitted murderer. Like what the fuck? Like the two words don't even go together. But showing the footage of the chase, the fuck that got to do with anything in the grand scheme of it? It just makes your story look good. But my issue is everybody that I've been seeing online talking as if they know he did it. And they're saying, fuck it. Like, again, like, I'm not saying you got to think like me or agree with me. Cool. That's why we all got our own minds. But you don't know what the fuck happened. You really don't.
No clue.
And if you do know what happened, why the fuck you wasn't in court testifying?
Snitches.
I wasn't old enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that shit, man. Like, good. Like, motherfuckers is echoing Caitlyn.
Oh, of course.
You know?
People didn't like OJ after the trial because they felt like everything was just kind of played to ignorance, I guess, or with him having the support of black people, they kind of went off of, I feel like they went off of that shit and used that to reinforce the energy behind Johnny Cochran's point of view, or his argument at least. Yeah.
It's crazy because I see a lot of our people doing that too.
Right.
Like, like this is amazing to me.
Hey, just for the record, I don't know if it's intentional or not. I just want to let you know before we keep going. Like you cutting the top of your head off. I just wanted to let you know.
I can see
intentional.
I didn't know if you knew. I was just checking. Okay.
I can see.
I thought it was at first. I thought it was my phone because of the way the view was set up. But okay. Damn, man. Yeah, that's I'll say this.
The Zoom thing, like I got a reason for it.
Oh, no doubt, absolutely. I think there's a part of this that is built into America's insistence of creating villains. They have to create a villain. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be the bad guy. OJ had lost favor with the black community to a degree prior to that trial even happening because of all of his "I'm not black, I'm OJ" shit and all this other shit. Some people felt some type of way about him being married to Nicole Simpson and all this other shit. Like I don't give a fuck about none of that. But at the end of the day, the thing that stands out the most to me outside of some of the people I've seen who are quote unquote famous celebrities or whatever, a part of it has been just the way some black people that I know were very happy when he got off. And, oh, we got one, da 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 da. But now
that shit
he
was
passed
funny to
away.
me.
Yeah, he passed away, and now you chiming in with all the other motherfuckers on some, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, fuck that guy. Da da da. Glad you out of here. Blah blah blah. My question to everybody that has that attitude is very simple. Outside of the thing that he was accused of, that he was acquitted for, what else has O.J. Simpson done to make you feel the way you feel about it? Because realistically speaking, I'm not an O.J. Simpson fan. I'm a fan of the running back O.J. Simpson, sure, but the person, I'm not a fan of O.J. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I
not a
don't
fan
know
of
this.
O.J. Huh?
They don't know this nigga. Like,
Exactly.
you know, like even like the whole thing for me, it was something you had said right before the head cut off situation. For no, because it was right in point with what you were saying at the time. The thing for me is I understand why white people are like that. I understand that. And I look at it like you feel like a nigga escaped the noose right in front of you.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's just from taking the shit at face value. Like, black man in the system, we need him to, we need one.
We got hang him up, string him. Oh shit! How did he get out that rope?
that part.
You know,
Teach us, OJ. Teach us.
Yeah, like now the rest of us who, I'm not saying you're supposed to cheer or anything like that, but I just don't understand the vitriol behind it because it's like, what in your life? What about you was vested in that situation?
Right.
You know, I don't.
I think it's just collective outrage. You know what I mean? I think it's just because it's the same thing with R. Kelly. Like they see a black man being paraded in front of the news, and he's being apprehended by the police and stuff like that. History has shown that police don't like black people, and so with that type of energy behind it, it makes sense to me why black people are like, we need to at least have one person not being hung by the system, the law, whatever you want to call it, the man. So that's the only reason why I feel like everybody was just so excited about the fact that OJ got off, not paying attention to how much of a circus the whole like trial was.
Right.
I feel like it was the same thing with R. Kelly. He's an icon in music. Everybody loves him. His music is associated with a lot of core happy memories for people. He's got a lot of cookout music, or he's got a lot of music that you would hear at receptions at weddings and stuff like that. And so people cling on to the happiness and what this particular individual may have done for them, at least in that aspect. But OJ was a funny guy to me.
Yeah.
OJ was hilarious.
Like again, like I'm glad you brought up the R. Kelly thing because for me, I always say, look, man, R. Kelly was on tape. It ain't nothing to talk about.
Right. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is like, for a fact because we have the proof. How are you going to doctor up not footage from the 90s? You know what I mean? Like there's only so much you can do with editing it in that point in time with the technology that we had available. So
we saw it. That's
unfortunately.
That tape was moving around the barbershop like with the DVD man.
Yo.
Real shit.
He pulls out the fucking book with the CDs in it. Like, I got the exclusive.
Yeah.
I copped that shit on 125 when I was.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Yo, I'm dead. That's what they was doing.
No, I know they were. It's just so funny to me that it was that polarizing, that motherfuckers was downloading it, putting it on a disc and profiting from it. Like, this is pedophilia. What are you doing?
Like I say, at least for me, a woman brought the tape to my house, my nigga.
She's weird for that shit too.
I'm not. Yeah, no, I agree. Look, I watched it with 2 women, matter of fact. My girlfriend at the time, who was a huge R. Kelly fan, and her best friend at the time. They brought the shit. They brought the shit over my crib.
I got the exclusive.
I want to see. And then until they saw it, it was like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm watching this. Bitch, you brought the fucking tape over here.
Yeah, like what were the art what was being said around this tape? Like how do you not know, woman?
You know what I'm saying?
R. Kelly urinates on however old this girl was. Oh, I gotta see this.
I mean, man, you know what these bonehead chicks want? They just wanted to see R. Kelly's dick. Let's just put it right there. They just wanted to see his dick, number one. Then number 2, when they actually see where his dick is going, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I can't believe y'all brought this shit in my house.
Yeah.
Now, of course, like I said, I was with 2 girls, so I did watch it. You know, in the version we had, it was multiple women on that tape.
Mm-hmm.
But the you know, the crime on the tape, bro. And again, like I told you, later in life, I had a good friend. He went to high school with that girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I said it here on the pod before. I got a friend who I met later in life. He's from Chicago. He went to high school with that girl. He told me all of that McDonald's shit way before this shit came out in the public.
Mm.
It was like it was known about it at the McDonald's was people would camp out at the McDonald's once the shit got hot. All I'm saying is, in that case, we have some evidence to be able to judge R. Kelly by.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, with OJ, we just got a botched crime scene.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, the funny shit is, I knew, you know, when I knew this OJ shit was going to be different, I knew this OJ shit was going to be different when the chase happened. And you are driving the Broncos slow as fuck down the highway in Los Angeles. They got everything blocked off. Can't nobody get to you. But I said, if that was Tyrone Simpson from down on Crenshaw, that Bronco would have got shot the fuck up if it didn't stop.
Hell, if it was fucking LT, because he was in the car with him.
Exactly. I mean, you know, they got, and I knew then, I said, something about this is not going to play out the way they think.
Well, okay, so I'm glad you said that, because I was sitting there thinking that right before you thinking about that situation. Like you said, Tyrone Simpson would have got shot up, right?
Well, yes.
Mm-hmm. He didn't. I don't get shot up because he's OJ Simpson. I think he didn't get shot up because they may have known that he was not. Speculation. Just saying.
Speculation for sure, because I'm like, OJ did that shit.
Okay. I mean, I can't be as sure as you.
Right. And at the end of the day, mine is speculation as well. I'm just going off of the, you know, whatever information that I received. They did a good job of convincing me.
Yeah, I wasn't as convinced, brother.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you.
Yeah. I mean, later on, I would love to know why you think so, but I don't want to discuss that here.
All right. Because he's OJ. I'm laughing so much. It's just because of the buffoonery after everything. You know what I mean? Like he's just done a whole lot of things that didn't make a whole lot of sense. There was the point, and I'm trying to remember what the purpose was, but he was being like kind of followed around by this reporter, and she's trying to interview him and walk around with him. This is all kind of like after the trial. People are walking up to him on the street. This woman goes, I just wanted to shake the hand of a murderer. And the lady goes, doesn't that hurt your feelings? And she's like, no. So it's just stuff like that. And then
I mean, what he's supposed to say, yes, that hurts my feelings. Then you know what I'm saying? Like,
the reason why it was comical to me was his whole I'm not black, I'm OJ thing. That's why I thought it was funny, because he's not receiving it as if these people are trying to say he's done something heinous. He's like, I'm not a murderer, I'm OJ. You know what I mean? Like I'm not it's the dad joke. Hi, hungry, I'm dead. That's what it comes across as to me. But yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, you're fine. That was it.
Okay, no, I was gonna say if I'm not mistaken, I could be totally wrong on here, but I'm not black, I'm OJ. I thought that happened way before that trial.
It did. You know
what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm correlating.
Well, no, all I was gonna say is like we got to think about the time of when he said that and why. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because he was being considered like the darling of America. Like he was like one of the first, if not the first, like American NFL stars to make that crossover into mainstream media
Yeah,
through
because he was
through movies and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers,
commercials.
everybody else. He's a, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Like now again, like not that I agree with that statement
Yeah.
because we true, but still, the time that he was in right there is when the races were trying to come together. So he said that dumb shit.
Yeah. Dumb shit.
Yeah,
For sure. No,
like,
I just
he was never politically a political guy. You know what I'm saying? So like,
no.
like back then, I could see him saying that shit. Like, you got to think about the shit he was being known for, like the Naked Gun movies, nigga. The Naked Gun movies made him a teddy bear to people.
Mm-hmm.
They made him look stupid to people because he was stupid in the movie.
I see. But that's kind of why I was correlating it to this situation of I've never shaken hands with a murderer before, because I'm like, okay, he's probably got the same perspective of I'm trying to stay out of whatever it is she's implying. So I'm not a murderer, I'm OJ. I'm not black, I'm OJ. And so the response to that made me think it was just kind of like this buffoonish type response. But
Mm-hmm.
also later on in the same video, all there's all this talk and all of this hype around the murder, and he goes to the reporter's apartment, and in her words was that he was playing a practical joke, but she opens up the door, and I don't know if it's an actual knife or a banana or what, but he's like with
Yeah,
the thing, and I'm like, buffoon, because bro, you're being paraded around the media as a murderer, and then you do some shit like that. Poor taste, poor timing. So that's why I've got all of this like lightheartedness around OJ, is because it just seems like a lot of what he did, the energy was, I am not going to participate in this because I'm just OJ. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. It just didn't seem like a lot of what he was doing was fully thought out. It was like, oh, this will be funny. This will be a good idea.
again, like I said, he was a political genius. That was not.
I mean,
He endeared himself to America by being a
a
buffoon.
buffoon. Mm-hmm.
So it sounds to me like, okay, look, I'm not a murderer. I am OJ. I'm the same OJ from I'm the same OJ from back then.
I'm listening. What's up?
I hear that statement differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hear that, like, don't forget, I'm still OJ.
Got you.
That sounds like to me. You know what I'm saying? Like again,
Yeah.
like he wasn't the most eloquent motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he knew what he was talking about when it came to football.
Of course.
Absolutely.
But we didn't go to him for his takes on politics or, you know what I mean, wars in overseas and shit like that. Nah, he was just OJ.
Just OJ. And I think the thing for me, I mean, I guess we can move on because we got other shit to cover. But I guess the thing for me is this: when it's all said and done, much like what you were saying in the beginning, E, we have statues, monuments, motherfuckers on currency that were horrible humans.
Yes.
Horrible humans. You know what I'm saying? And in the grand scheme of shit, y'all out there, take this however the fuck you want. I really don't care. I know niggas personally that kill more niggas than OJ, supposedly. So I'm just saying, I'm not gonna spit on them when they die neither. You know why? Because I understand. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we gotta take into account this whole jury by your jury or your peers shit don't happen here. Because if Tyrone from South Central on trial and it's a bunch of motherfuckers from Beverly Hills on his fucking jury, hey, there's no way they understand Tyrone life. They don't understand what Tyrone dealing with. They don't understand
Right.
the reason what would have made Tyrone do what he did. You know what I'm saying? Just like with OJ, yeah, you surrounded by a bunch of other people who are affluent, who are on your jury. Some of them, not all of them, some of them. But the thing is, none of them could ever understand what it means to be you. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand what it means to be you. They don't understand what if you did do it, what could have possibly been the motivation? And if you didn't do it, the other people can't see beyond the fact that you're a black man, and the people who died in this equation were a white woman and a white man. Some people will never see beyond that. So at the end of the day, my thing is this: he got acquitted for that. So take that off of the table. Now, whatever your perspective of OJ is, once you take that out of the equation, you run with that. Go right ahead. Because now, even if you hold that bullshit in Vegas against him, okay, he paid his debt to society, bro. It's over. It's done. You know what I'm saying?
That was when he was trying to steal his statues and stuff like that, or his words. Yeah,
look at the words used: steal,
retrieve.
They stole it from him.
That part.
I say stole because that's the term that they used.
Right.
Retrieve.
And there's a reason why they use that term.
Oh
because because we got you now, we're gonna make this look as bad as we could possibly make it look, because we still trying to make you pay for that. You know what I'm saying?
OJ.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. Rest in peace, OJ.
God, man. I fucked with OJ.
Rest in peace in that situation.
Yeah, rest in peace to Nicole and Ron. Yeah. Rest in peace to y'all too, man.
Ron Goldman.
Ron Goldman, yeah. That's you hate to hear about anybody getting killed like that. Like, that's kind of crazy, but yeah, rest in peace to everybody that's passed away in that scenario, man. And a big middle finger and fuck you to all of y'all talking crazy online. Caitlyn Jenner, that includes you too. I don't give a fuck. So, Stephen A. Smith, fuck you too. Yeah, that's some bullshit, bro. Stephen A. Smith. The funny thing about Stephen A. Smith, he a slick motherfucker. Stephen A. Smith smart, yo. So Stephen A. Smith was talking about it, and he was throwing the curveballs, but still trying to act like he was bigging him up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, no, bro, you can't. Either you gonna show him the respect he deserved, you know what I'm saying, for who he was in that world, and let it ride. Or if you're gonna walk on the other side, go ahead and go there, but don't keep dancing back and forth across the line.
Yeah,
I got I didn't know anything about it. I gotta hear it.
You got that. I was about to say, look it up and check it out. Because I can't verbatim, because I was watching several different clips about, because I heard from several different people saying crazy shit. So I'm going to looking at all of them. Like, God, this motherfucker's a wild, yo. So it just fucked me up, especially coming from the sports world where he was an absolute giant. And I mean, that's, to me, especially if you come, it's like if a motherfucker died in hip hop, right? So Tupac and Biggie died. People outside of hip hop was talking however they was talking. We as hip hoppers have a far more intimate relationship with who we feel they are and what they mean to us. So our perspective of the whole thing was different. And so I feel like in this instance, it's kind of the same thing. And I feel like people from the sports world should have played it. Even if you want to allude to he had some dark trials, later in his life, okay, cool. But don't oversell that shit to take away from what he did. That was great. I hate that bullshit, man. Shit, yeah. And you said rest in peace, Rico Wade, man. Organized Noise and the Dudgeon family were a huge part of my growth in hip hop, man.
One of the founders of Organized Noise.
Absolutely, man. So
one of the most unsung but highly rated producers out here. He ushered in he helped usher in a movement, bro.
Sure indeed.
Absolutely. I don't think a whole lot of people know that he and I it was 3 members of the Dungeon fam. Mm-hmm. And I don't think a whole lot of people realize that we wouldn't have a lot of these big names without these 3 particular individuals, and that's Outkast and CeeLo Green, a whole bunch of people. It's fucking crazy to me. I don't think people really know.
Am I wrong? But wasn't the Dungeon his house?
Yeah.
It was in his fucking basement. It was
Right. I was just making sure that was his house. I couldn't.
No, man, it was just amazing to me because I saw this documentary on the Dungeon crew, and they show his basement, and that shit was like not developed at all. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
It's an unfinished basement.
Yeah. But so everybody that associated with them, they're sitting in dirt and mud, possibly mold and stuff like that, with their equipment, moisture, really fucking shit up down there, but also fucking it up in a good way, So it was just amazing to me.
Yeah, I was sad.
Real durable.
What'd you say?
Those analog pieces was very durable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They don't make them like that no more.
Far more doable than this digital shit. Yeah, far more digital. Far more doable. And man, you know what I'm saying? I don't get sad a lot about death. I guess I'm just used to it. But it's certain people that die that move me, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it'll be a person that I didn't expect. And when I heard Rico Wade died, like it hit me. Because I realized like it starts putting things in perspective. Like all of the things that help make me who I am as an artist and what I love about hip hop, a lot of those people are starting to go away. You know what I'm saying? And the fucked up part for me though is this: it would be different if Rico Wade died at 80.
Right.
I would feel different about it if Rico Wade died at 80. He was what, 52, 53. So I mean, 52. Yeah. So
that's not
that
old.
is different. That hits close because I'm not a mile away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm closer to that now than I was, much closer to that now than I was when Organized Noise first came on the scene. So like I'm looking at this and I'm starting to recognize like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like we dropping like flies out here. And it's some of the most innovative and creative and important people to the culture. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm telling you now, if you're watching this and you don't know who Rico Wade is and you're not really hip to who, please go do your homework because he deserves every bit of respect that you see him receiving online and that you see him receiving on broadcasts that are speaking on it. He deserves every bit of it. And if you don't know who he is, I suggest you get hip to it because your music history is highly flawed if you don't know who Rico Wade is.
Right.
So I mean, much love to the whole Dungeon family, man. I know those brothers are going through it right now.
That was Rico with the shit around his head in the Southern Playalistic video.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Rico,
just so you fuckers will know. That's who that is.
You know what I mean?
And he never, and the fucked up thing about this shit for producers, for me, and I hear producers talking about this shit all the time, but he was an example of it. You don't know who he is because he didn't play the front. Like he did not make it a thing to be in the front for nobody. He didn't give a fuck. It didn't matter who out of his team. Like we said the family, but we ain't say who it was. We talking Outkast. We talking Goody Mob. We talking Witch Doctor. Fucking Cool Breeze. Future, nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Future
Rico Wade, ain't Rico Wade his uncle?
They cousins.
Cousins. Okay, my bad. Yeah.
Or could be, but I read cousins. But regardless, the point being is the beginning is Outkast. I mean, so far as what you saw in the mainstream.
Right.
Like if you really know the history, the beginning was Goody Mob. You know what I'm saying? But mainstream recognition, it started with Outkast. Then they brought in Goody Mob, and then you can fast forward from when Southern Playalistic dropped, 94?
94, yeah.
All the way up until Future came out and he got his run. Nigga, Rico Wade was at the front of the boat steering culture for 20 years.
Thanks. Man. And you know what? I told somebody one day, I said, you know, I'm not a Future fan, but I understand what Rico sees and why he felt compelled to work with that. Now, I understand completely because I see what goes into it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't what I want to hear, I see what goes into that. And I understand the genius behind making that shit work. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man.
And dare I say that's recency bias conversation, because if you know anybody who knew Future back when he was called Meathead, it was like he was nice as fuck. He could rap. So all Future did was, you know, took it to a commercial level with his sound and his music. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not gonna not fuck with my boy no more or my fan because he making some other shit. Nah, like, you know, it ain't like he got his butt cheeks out playing with niggas' balls and shit. Future, he hitting your bitch with his Gucci slides on.
Feel me?
You know, and I'm not the big fan at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I gotta recognize what that is. Like, that's Rico Wade, bro. We don't have any of that. We might not have the hip hop run that Atlanta has.
Thanks.
Without that house, without that fucked basement, without Rico mom saying, "Oh yeah, y'all can go down there and smoke weed and do whatever." She said, "I don't mind the noise. At least I know y'all safe. Y'all here." That's some good Southern raising community shit.
Yes.
All y'all niggas, y'all come here. I'm gonna get y'all off the street and I'm gonna tolerate y'all shit. And now look what the fuck happened.
Man, I'm gonna tell you some good shit, yo.
Shit, man. I love it.
Yo, no doubt. Absolutely. Rico, rest in peace, bro. Salute to you. Salute to the whole Organized Noise and Dungeon family. Y'all are a huge part of my development as an artist. I could say that honestly, because once I heard what they were doing, I was like, okay, I know I'm used to doing it this way, but I could do that too. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was mind blowing, man. Organized Noise and Dungeon family changed the face of hip hop. And you don't get T.I. and G's in your trap music. The door don't open for them if Dungeon Family and Organized Noise don't do what they do. So
right. That's a long lineage, man. They owe their career and part of their lives to Rico. With their current lives, to Rico.
That's real shit, man. That's real shit. And shit, while we talking about pioneering things, rest in peace to Mr. C as well. He was Mr. C, Big Daddy Kane's DJ, influential on High 97. He had a hand in getting big put on too. Like Mr. C, like motherfuckers got their jokes and shit. When a motherfucker doing their personal life, it's their business, man. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers doing their personal life, it's their business.
Party, I'm sorry. If you've never been to a Mr. C party, I'm sorry.
Facts.
I'm sorry.
C was nice, yo.
It's just a good time.
Yeah.
Good time. He know what to play. He know how to talk to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Mr. C was something different. Like you said, the jokes they are what they are, man. Like motherfuckers get conflicted and they get caught up in shit. Don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Hint. Somebody listening, because I know you're listening.
Right. Yeah. You got to pay attention to people.
You know what I mean? That's real shit.
He was that guy, man. Like, let's start. Big Daddy Kane, super instrumental in Big Daddy Kane. His stage show and everything. He was his DJ.
Yes.
Came in as Big Daddy Kane's DJ. You know what I'm saying? And they went to where they went, The next thing you know, the next time you hear about C rocking with a rapper is who? Fucking Big.
Yep. You went from Kane to Big. That's crazy.
Yeah, up to his tenure at the radio station at Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. Like the man, he also pushed culture.
Yes.
He pushed culture, man.
Yes. And I just want to add, for those of you who don't know, I know it's a couple of cats who I know for a fact watch the pod that are Master Ace fans. Master Ace was indeed part of the Juice Crew, but the Master Ace that you come to enjoy, who was able to gain a foothold in many different places and outside of the country to help his career grow, none of that happens without Mr. C. Big Daddy Kane was cool with Ace, but Mr. C was the one that made sure that Ace got to come on those shows and open for them and all of that stuff. He was the one that reached out and said, Ace, come with us. Just come on, man. Like, fuck what Antonio talking about. Just come on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And he would get there, they would get there, and Ace even said in the interview, he was like, man, it's time we get there, and Kane didn't even know I was coming. You know what I'm saying? And then they'd be ready to go out, and Mr. C would be like, yo, hold up. Ace, go out and do a couple joints and warm it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, it says a lot about the integrity of a person when you can recognize the value of a motherfucker enough to say, hey, bro, I understand this ain't the plan, but I need you to come on. You know what I'm saying? And that means, to me, that's big love. It don't matter what else. That's big love right there. And Master Ace definitely said that he said I owe a large part of my success and what I've been able to do in music to Mr. C. So, man, damn, yo, it's getting real, yo. It's getting really real. And brothers, I hope y'all taking care of yourselves, man. Like, I ain't saying you gotta go join the gym, yo. You can work out at home. I don't give a fuck. But take care of yourselves, man. Eat better, work out.
Let's start with that. Man. Eat better. Let's start with that. Eat better. Yes. Eat better. Shit, you can do so much in that kitchen, man. Eat better.
Yeah, stop believing in the shit you've been doing your whole life is the only answer, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason why you see a motherfucker like O'Malley Yeshitela from the African People's Socialist Party, 81 years old, and out here lifting weights and running miles every day and looking younger than niggas is 30. It's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? He takes very good care of himself, works out on a regular basis, eats well, and rest like he's supposed to. We underappreciate the value of rest. We do. We underappreciate the value of rest. I'm guilty of that myself. I can honestly tell you, on this run in the last 11, I ain't slept a whole lot. But you know what I'm saying? The business is business. But when I get home, you can't catch up. You just try to do better. You know what I'm saying? As time progresses. But rest is important. The grind is the grind, yo. This game ain't going no fucking where. It ain't going nowhere. This shit here to stay. Take your time, man. Take your time. Rest when you need to rest. Treat your body the way you're supposed to treat it, and it will do you the same in return. I guarantee you, it will. I promise you it will. I can tell the difference in my own life just from the small changes I've made. You know what I'm saying? And I'm planning to make more. Just drinking more water has had an immense effect on my life. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, E. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
And I'm just saying, like, I'm agreeing with you, like drinking that much water, man. Like water,
No, I'm
man.
saying thank you because you really was the catalyst for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to give you the credit, man. That's all. I'm just like, go ahead, man. Fuck out of here.
But yeah, man, I just, I hope y'all tune in, man. This is crazy, yo. Rest in peace.
I
All
just
of
drink
you
water,
guys.
and that's it.
No doubt. I just finished my bottle of water. It's on the floor.
I thought you just finished your liquor.
Oh nah. And you know what's crazy? I think the whole time I've been on the road, I think I had like 4 beers the whole time I've been out. That's about it. I had a Henny and Coke last night, and that was the first time I had Henny in a few years at this point. So
Who bought you that? Whoop
I
they
bought it
ass.
myself. I bought it myself. I'm a Henny dude though, man. Like at least I was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I know. Yeah, I know. And trust, after I started drinking like Cavassier and Remy Martin and shit like that, I was like, damn, Hennessy really ain't, it really ain't like that.
It's low key. It's bottom, not bottom shelf. I would say it's like middle shelf compared to a
that
lot
shit
of other
mid as fuck,
things.
yeah.
But they hype it up like that. E and J is like
Rappers,
that
man, we'll
too.
sell people anything. Nigga.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like let's get back into the quality, not the affordability.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? That's real shit.
Facts.
Sarah the Paul Bearer just walked in the building. Hey, just in case y'all ain't know, I'm in North Carolina right now. We at Sound Chamber Central. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'll get into that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I can make that a quick run.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Why you
on
in
tour
North
currently.
Carolina?
You said what?
Why you in North Carolina? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm on tour right now, man. We actually just did the last actual show of this tour run for the Gravitas tour. Me and my man Monster Alyssa been out here running around going crazy. Um, Special thank you to the following people: Marcel P. Black for one, Stone Age Joints, We Live in Entertainment, Pretty Kings, of course, Tarly and the Tribe out of Minnesota, my man Jason the Hater in Memphis, Annihilation and Shadow God, Shadow Star MC out in Chicago, everybody in Detroit. I just a lot of y'all motherfuckers. I can't name everybody, but and then of course all my family back here in North Carolina, Eternally MC, Ty Boo for making these shows happen. I almost didn't come to North Carolina, but that's a whole different conversation to have. But I've been out on the road, not necessarily for pushing a particular project. I've dropped a lot of music since December, and I just figured it was time to get my ass out here and share it with the world. So it's been fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired as a motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of surprised I'm able to vocalize right now. We rocked the Ashboro last night. First time rocking the Ashboro, probably 12, 13 years. We was in Raleigh Friday night. That was great. It was like a family reunion. Shout out OC from NC. I know he got a joint dropping 420. He was there. Shout out Maestra from Bull City. She's fucking amazing. Singer, MC. Like it's a lot of great people I ran into in the course of this run, and I'm just looking forward to June and getting back out and doing it on the West Coast. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And Monster scared a lot of people, so that was great. Yeah, he scared a lot of people, so that was great. As a matter of fact, funny story. We was in Duluth, Minnesota, which I never heard of until we booked the show. We was in Duluth, Minnesota, and Monster's on stage performing, and you know how he get, Mojo, when we was doing Mamba Mentality, and he started screaming on him, and I seen the kid. It was some young college cats in there, and I seen them like, oh shit. Them niggas had the Fred that had the Red Fox in Harlem Nights eyes and shit. Yeah, that's Mojo. Mojo Barnes, ethemadassassin. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, bro?
Or his bond. Hey man, so yeah, we did that shit. And like he did Dust, you know what I mean, which was produced by Mojo, by the way. And he felt like they wasn't listening. So when he got to the end of the song, he just drops the mic and storms off the stage. And he walked through the stage, so he walked through the crowd so fast and out the fucking front door. Them motherfuckers was scared. Them motherfuckers party like the Red Sea, dog. That shit was, that shit was hilarious. And then one dude came over to my homegirl, Kay, from Charlie in the Tribe, and said, "Damn, I thought he was coming to kill me." That shit was wild. That shit was wild, man. But yeah, the show's been dope, man. I sold almost all my shirts.
Nice.
Man, like shit, it's been a good run, man. So I'm looking forward to going back out and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can take some of the chamber game with us next time and make it a family affair. I think everybody will really enjoy it, man. It's been a while since I've been on the road, so yeah, I'm having fun. I'm ready to get the fuck back home now.
Well, I just wanted to say shout out to somebody you mentioned, my man Ty Brew. That's the bro.
Yes.
We got some visuals coming out real soon for you motherfuckers.
I heard.
Did he show them to you?
Nah, he ain't showed me. I said I want to wait till they come out. Yeah. We shot one last night too, though. Last night too. Yeah. No doubt. So yeah, man, it's been fun, man. You know, touring is touring, man. It ain't nothing new. It's just I ain't been out in a while, so it's been cool. I thought I was a little curious to see how I was gonna hold up under the you know, constantly having to perform back to back, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. You know what I'm saying? So hey, shout out to my workouts and training my voice and all that shit. Shout out to all that shit. Like that's been big fun. But I made it a point to do one thing, and this is gonna lead me right into what I want to talk about next. I made it a point to open every show the same way. I said, yo, I came out here from Tacoma, Washington, man, but I just need y'all to know I represent North Carolina all day, every day. Yeah, they was like, I said, yeah, I'm NC hip hop all day, Bree, but I'll make you a promise right now. If I ever in my life diss you on a record, I'm not gonna fucking apologize. Take that shit. And then the beat drop, and I go right into the set. But like, and that ain't a shot, Jermaine. It's not a shot. Just telling the fucking truth. Let's talk about this shit, man. I really want to know what you think about this whole thing. I've been dying to hear this shit. I've been dying to hear this shit. So, for those of y'all I don't know how you could not be aware. I don't know how if you were anywhere in the realm of hip hop, I don't know how you could not know what's going on. But for those of y'all who may need to spark note,
go ahead. I'll be right back.
No doubt. For those of y'all who may not know, I'm gonna give you the spark note version. So, as we know, Kendrick Lamar and Drake have been literally shooting at each other off and on for the last 12 years, basically. They have records together, but they have that strange kind of relationship where it's like, yeah, we do songs together, but I don't really fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's always been some underlying shit with them. And this whole concept of the big three, you know what I'm saying, of this generation. Anytime you have that kind of triumvirate type of situation that you build, there's going to be some tension as to who's the best. We had it in our era. Who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. We had it in our era. It ain't nothing new. But the difference is, in our situation, there wasn't a Drake to speak of necessarily. All of those guys sold kind of the same number of records to a degree. It was kind of an even playing field, so to speak.
I would is he the Drake of it at that time?
You consider who?
Jay-Z, the Drake of that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, when Big was alive, he was selling more records than Jay, though. So I mean, I would say Big more so than Jay.
I think it's more than selling records, though. There's there's more than selling records when it comes to Jay-Z in comparison to Drake. There's a whole lot more in the business side of things, I feel like, as well, that kind of bring them closer to a similarity than anybody else.
Right. I'm saying when Jay-Z was in his battle, he was the Drake.
Right. Okay. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm just talking about the triumvirate part of it right now. When we talk about Big J and Nas, when that whole conversation was going on, at that point, Biggie was the biggest.
I got you. I'm listening.
Yeah, Biggie was the biggest star out of all of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nas was Nas, but Biggie was clearly the bigger star out of all of them.
Yeah.
But Big never got a chance to actually engage in the ongoing three-headed monster thing, because unfortunately he was, prematurely taken away from us. So this has been a little different because all three of these guys have had long runs at this point. You know what I'm saying? Well, we would consider long runs, especially for a hip hop artist. And they're all, talented in their own right and do what they do. Fast forward, First Person Shooter comes out on Drake's album. Now I'm not going to talk about,
featuring J. Cole.
Featuring J. Cole, yes. And I'm not going to talk about all the other shit like Kendrick dissing Drake at the BET Cypher, all that. Fuck all of that. Like, we just going to bring it up to the recent. First Person Shooter featuring J. Cole, and a lot of people, from my understanding, what we found out after the fact is that Kendrick was actually supposed to be on the record. And he for whatever reason, he decided not to do so. But there were several things that were said on the song that could be construed as shots. And the only reason I say it could be construed is because these niggas like to do a lot of hieroglyphic shit. You know what I'm saying?
You also got people who like to paint pictures and connect dots that don't exist.
Right.
Where it doesn't exist, right. Insert meaning where it doesn't exist. But yeah, that's the deep shit. Just stay on the surface for now.
No doubt.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, but so First Person Shooter drops with J. Cole. Kendrick felt the way about it. Kendrick releases a verse on Like That on Future's album, which at this juncture has been number one for like 3 weeks. And he
Rico Wade.
Yes. He very clearly said, and I think the one line that the most, I think that the verse was more likely directed more so to Drake than Cole, because Cole and Kendrick have had a decent relationship with each other, at least from what we've seen. Now there are, but it's a whole nother thing. But so yeah, boom, he drops the Like That verse, boom, everybody goes crazy. So out of nowhere,
they go crazy because he is definitely addressing people on that verse.
He went there. Fuck your big three, nigga. It's just big me. Hey, it can't get no plainer than that. I mean, that's pretty fucking obvious. And I mean, there's other shots in the verse, but I mean, that's the one that people who may not be astute at breaking down lyrics, they definitely caught that one.
Well, and because Big Three was mentioned in First Person Shooter.
Right, exactly. And then that's and all of that, Kendrick makes his response, and out of nowhere, unexpectedly, J. Cole drops might delete this later. And at the now, it's a lot of shit going on throughout the project, but the one that people that were most caught up in was 7 Minute Drill, which was clearly a response to the Like That verse. And it was a jab. It wasn't a hook. It wasn't it wasn't an uppercut or nothing. It was a jab. It was kind of like, I took it as, hey bro, I heard you, but like, come on, keep me out of this shit. Like, you don't want this. However, several days later, J. Cole went on stage at Dreamville Festival, his festival right here in North Carolina, and made a very public apology for the way that he addressed the situation on that record. I'll get into how I feel about that later. But fast forward,
just give him the story.
Everybody waiting for Drake. Everybody waiting to see what Drake say. And then it happened. It leaked. And in response to that,
a week later,
it leaks.
After the apology.
And then when the Drake songs drop, every person who has been even peripherally involved with this thing happening, he addressed every one of them. Now, I, for one, applaud him for that. 3 hours after that, Rick Ross responded. I applaud him for that. I like that. But now everyone's just kind of like, okay, Kendrick, your turn. And I'm very interested in what young Mr. Compton has to say about this.
Let's not even get into what could happen in the future. Let's just deal with what is, because I think we skipping around some shit by doing that. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, all I was saying that for is because it's a narrative that we have to paint, even with us telling this story. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we had Kendrick stand out on his own 2 feet and saying, "This is how I feel. Again, I'm better than all you motherfuckers. What you gonna do about it?" You know what I'm saying? And so, because he addressed those 2 niggas and supposedly J. Cole caught a shot, J. Cole stood up because J. Cole standing on his "I'm the best" shit, and he been burning shit past year and a half, 2 years or some shit on features. So he stands up. Now, I wish you had said this a little differently, because the problem is, now I'm a storyteller, man. It's just how I look at shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the lukewarm reception of J. Cole's response.
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge community of people who felt that was just weak, or some people say it was trash.
Yeah.
So again, with everybody being so far as like, it's like Gladiator, are you entertained? You know what I mean? Motherfuckers want to see the fight. J. Cole goes on his own festival in his own home state and issues an apology and chalks it up to his spirit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to hear your reactions to that. Yeah, like, we got to do this to the steps, man. We can't just throw it up. We got to do this to the step. I want to hear your reactions to that.
Mojo, go ahead, man. Because
I ain't never dissed nobody and apologized for it. Like, it's just weird. It's weird because then at that point it's like, what do you
off the bus? So I know you ain't apologizing.
At 31 years old, I will say I probably won't immediately jump to trying to physically hurt somebody, but I'm not going to have an issue with somebody and then apologize for it. Like, we gotta talk about it. We gotta address it. There will be no apologies unless both people are going to be apologizing, and then at that point, it has to be dead after that. Like, there are rules of engagement when it comes to beefing with somebody, getting a diss record made about you. You know, you have to have some tact. It's like the art of war at that point. You have to think a little bit differently, but you can't give in within like the first couple of rounds. You tired? Like, war goes on for years.
yeah, that's real shit. That's real shit.
The shit just began. And already you trying to bow out. You can't do that. Okay, so now your camp is either weak. Weak is the underlying part about it, in my opinion. Just if I'm looking at it from a standpoint of it being like a war.
Right.
You are now a low-hanging fruit. So how can I then circle around you and either defeat you or get you to join my team? Blah blah blah. I'm starting to ramble, but I thought it was weak for him to do that, considering the type of work that he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I only have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Weak as an MC or weak as a man?
Weak as a man.
Cool.
Weak as a man. Weak as a man. Okay. Weak as a man.
All right. Seven, I want to hear what you got to say.
All right, look, man.
I'm doing this way. I got a theory, bro. Like, I got a way to unfold all this shit. Like, come on. I want to hear.
You're good. Pull the truth. Pull the truth out.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I walked in the house. My shit went off. Somebody sent me some shit from X. I tapped on it, and I seen the nigga on stage apologizing. And the first thing I said was, "What the whole shit is this? What the fuck is happening right now? Is he really saying what I think he's saying? Oh, hell no!" And I immediately got on Facebook and said, "We don't do that. What the fuck is he doing?" And bro, you will be surprised how many niggas came at my helmet saying, "Oh, nah, man, he on this grown man." I said, "Dog, that ain't got shit to do with being an MC. That ain't got shit to do with the fact that you've been running around for 3 fucking years saying can't nobody fuck with you. You said FaceTime me for a feature and saw the face of Devin. All that other shit you've been saying. All that shit you've been saying.
Hard shit.
What do you say? Is
Give a rapper neck in a noose.
Never letting them loose. Yes, the fuck you did in 2 days, nigga. You let them loose. Because everybody told you that rope wasn't strong enough to hold him. And so you let it go. instead of reloading and going to get another rope just in case that nigga get free. You ain't think about none of that. All of that shit you was doing, you put yourself on the front line as being that dude. And for the longest time, because the way you was killing shit, I was like, yo, this nigga might have a point. I don't know if they can fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
Awkward.
But as soon as I can't go to the court every day and sit on the bench or go to the other end of the court where niggas ain't balling and be doing all these 360 dunks and all this other fly shit and be like, can't nobody fuck with me. And then as soon as a nigga come and say, you got next, I'd be like, oh, no, I'm good. Yo. Or I get out there on the court, the first time a nigga shake me off a crossover, I go sit down and say my fucking ankle hurt. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Cole, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been a Cole fan the whole time he been out. I thought the first couple albums was, they were cool. I could tell he could rap, but it just wasn't. By 2014 Forest Hills Drive, I kind of felt like he figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Big Cole fan. I think his pen is incredible. But don't play that mental health, my spirit angle, nigga, because you ain't willing to engage in war. Just say that. Just say that. Say, I'm a really good rapper, y'all. I just ain't ready I just don't want to do that. Just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, whole shit, dog. Whole shit. And all y'all niggas that been on my timeline trying to defend that bullshit, fuck all y'all, man. I said what the fuck I said. Take it how you want. I don't care. What you gonna do? Diss me? You don't want to do that. My bad. Go ahead, yo.
Nah, you good. You actually touched on my whole point behind it. Because again, we had a whole week to discuss this shit, and a lot of people's theories are coming the way they are. You know, like they culminate.
No
but
doubt.
you know, like again, like the man said he apologized, you know what I'm saying, because his spirit felt wrong, you know what I mean? Which actually means your spirit wasn't in it to start with. If this is the case. And I say if this is the case because once I heard it, I was sitting there watching it, right? I didn't get mad that he apologized. Let me say that part. If you feel like you need to apologize for anything that you did wrong, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do it. I'm cool. Whatever. But don't expect me to believe some of these reasons. And for me, I immediately did not believe that reason. I just immediately didn't. Like, and I made a post about it on Facebook, you know, saying like, yo, this is a hot take. But I never felt that he was doing that shit because his spirit felt bad and he didn't want to shit on his man, supposedly. Because if that's your man, guess what? You would have got on the phone with the nigga. Like, well, that's just how I see it. Again, maybe I'm different. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get on the phone with you. I'm going to try to get at you on the phone.
Thanks.
But I really felt that due to that lukewarm reception of that song, that when he saw that, it put too much pressure on him.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, he's not a warrior MC. He don't do that. You know what I'm saying? He does speak about what his mind state is and everything of that nature. So like really, because I was having a debate with that with my man the other night. He said, well, like if you know who he is, you know, the apology is right in line with who he is. I'm like, sure. But unfortunately, in this conversation, me and you, the guy who I'm talking to, I'm the only one who heard these songs. So you don't even get the point of what other motherfuckers is saying. Because this nigga hadn't even heard the songs. All he heard was the apology. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm with it. I'm like, okay, yeah, like this is a disjointed conversation right here. I'm like, bro, motherfuckers do not like that song for whatever reason. Like from the first half of the beat to, you know, him slick talking it a little bit to him sounding like he don't even believe the shit he's saying. Like he sounded like who the fuck was I talking to? Shit. God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this shit. I got a homie, man. Sig, 6 hours. Sorry, pardon me, 6 hours. He produced Beer Coat and Casa on my last project. Sig, he first heard Cole, and to this day he calls them terms and conditions. I said, why? He said, because he sounds like when he's rapping that he's reading some terms and conditions.
Oh shit. So we're never gonna be able to unhear that shit now, son.
So in 7 Minute Drill, which he supposedly wrote in 7 fucking minutes. Like, look at the story we're getting here. Oh man, he heard that. And he sat down and you know, it only took him 7 minutes to write that fire. It sounded like you was reading terms and conditions. It sounded like you didn't believe it yourself when you were saying it. And that's what I heard Before, I wish we could, man. I wish we could have did the pod that day. Just so
Emergency
my heart,
pod.
I would that people when they hear this, they know I felt this way from the very fucking beginning. This is not no influence on nobody. Nobody. If you follow me on Facebook, I said it that fucking night. But I just believe that it was his heart and his spirit telling him it was wrong. I feel like it was the pressure from the people saying that song didn't hit. Because it's hard for me to believe that if 7 Minute Drill has the same immediate impact that Ether had, or Takeover had, or No Vaseline had, or The Bitchin' You had, or Second Round Knockout had, or even Back the Ripper had, or Let's Go had. I'm just naming battle records, nigga. 10% this had. That he apologizes and walks it back. I don't believe that happens. I believe he's willing to ride with that wave. And I say that because, again, in his apology, he said my homeboys gassed me up to even do this. So what happened after you did it? Did they tell you it wasn't good? Was they still riding? I mean, what was it? Like, I want to know that part. You know what I mean? Like, I just, you know, like telling me that these motherfuckers influence you to do that just doesn't do it for me, especially you being a 39-year-old man. Like, that part is just kind of lost for me.
In total agreement.
I don't believe it.
In total agreement with what you're saying, I said the same shit to somebody. I said if 7 Minute Drill came out and went #1, there's no way he makes that apology. There's no fucking way he makes that apology.
Not immediately.
Nah, maybe later.
Maybe months later after all the carnages happened. You know what I'm saying? Because in all honesty, in my opinion, I think he fucked up by dropping that song before the festival. I think he should have did that song at the festival. He should have turned it to a Summer Jam screen.
Yes.
He should have did that. Like on some battle, it's a strategy. Do that shit at your fucking festival, nigga, in front of all these motherfuckers. Don't even drop the song.
You should have called your big homie.
Yeah.
Should have called your big homie and asked him for some notes. You know,
but again, you know, it is what it is. And mind you, like, I'm not saying none of this shit because I necessarily feel like, yeah, you gotta you need the battle. You said what you said though. You said what you said, you know, like this feeling that you had after the fact. So you never had that feeling when you was writing the song. You never had that feeling before you walked in the booth to record it. You didn't have that feeling after you came out the booth and listened to what you laid. You didn't have it during the initial mix. You didn't have it during the main mix, the post mix, the master when you listened to it.
None of that, yeah.
Uploaded the shit to the distro. You never had that feeling. It's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if it never sat right in your heart the whole time, I don't see how you go through that entire process of putting a song out and then putting it on your album that's coming out.
You just said the key point I was about to make. We know how distros work because we work with them. How far in advance you got to upload your album for it to come out on a certain day? A week to 10 days. So you mean to tell me you sat with that song?
It depends on the like the one I use is 30 days.
So you had anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days to sit with that song and decide whether or not you wanted the world to hear it. The niggas around you had anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days to listen to that song and tell you, yo, Jermaine, that ain't it, bro. Take it off. We'll try again. Maybe try not to write it in 7 minutes. Take your time. This motherfucker's a killer. You don't want to play with him like that. Because Kendrick wasn't playing. Let's get it, bro. That motherfucker was going. Kendrick do not fuck around, yo. And so, for me, I was so disappointed, dog.
Not fucking around. Even Kid. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm about to jump the shark. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, not, bro. All I was gonna say was I was after all of this. I've been so proud these last 3 years to be like, yo, it's a Carolina nigga out here killing y'all right now. He is cutting y'all fucking head off every time y'all turn around. But the thing that I also had to express to somebody was the part in that concept that nobody's thinking about is let's think about who he's done features with. And if those people are capable of doing what he did on the same record. So even at first when Johnny P's Caddy came out, everybody was like, oh man, Cole Splash bit him. And I'm like, well, not really. Not really. Like, they just rap different. And there was a different purpose behind each verse. So Cole fulfilled his purpose on his verse. Benny fulfilled his purpose on his verse. Both of them verses equally dope. It's just a matter of what you're listening for. That's gonna make the difference. You talking about what's the name of the fucking song? I can't not the formula. I can't remember the name of the song. But the song with him and Yachty. There's no way I don't expect J. Cole to out-rap Young Yachty. I mean, Lil Yachty. There's no way. J. Cole can rap backwards and out-rap Lil Yachty. So I'm not surprised by it. You know, he's had a lot of features with a lot of people, and he's been killing it. But if you really pay attention, I went back and examined every one of those feature verses. And the one thing that stood out to me was he said some really fly shit, but none of it really sounded like he was ready to kill something. It just sounded like I'm really crafty with these words, and I'm about to show you that I'm more crafty with the words than this guy that I'm on this song with. Gotcha. Right. But none of it ever sounded like, you know what I'm saying? It was all, I'm going to slap you around on the record because I rap better than you. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to get on this record with Benny. I can't do what he do, so I'm going to just have to do what I do. And we're going to be on our own lane and we're going to kill this shit. You got on first person shooter and beat Aubrey up. That don't surprise me. You rap better than him. It is what it is. That don't surprise me. What does surprise me is the moment the only person in y'all commercial class of rappers who's proven that he's just as crazy with the pen as you, the moment he poke you, pause. And you come back with some light shit and people tell you it's light, you know what you should have done? You should have let that shit ride. And as soon as K-Dot say something, be ready with something in the chamber to blow his fucking head off. That's what you should have done. Live with it, nigga. You put it out there. It's okay. But at the end of the day, nigga, I heard motherfuckers at Hot 97 rapping over other niggas' beats do better than this. Beanie Siegel wasn't taking no days off on niggas. You look Nas in his eyes before I sent him to God. Beanie Siegel, there's an eagle feeling this nigga a lot, bro.
Nigga, Beanie went to New York and did that.
Went to New York
and did that. But let's not compare.
I'm not. My bad. We ain't the same. Yeah, we ain't the same.
No. I'm just only saying because it's just that could be turned into a longer conversation about something else.
No doubt.
You know, it's just again, we're dealing with a different generation of artists who aren't as aggressive as the older ones. The level of aggression in the music has come down. So, and I think we unfairly look for that in these artists. And it's like, nah, we gotta, take the battle how they give it to us. You know what I'm saying? But when you said the moment somebody poke you, and you say something back, now it's a problem because your shit didn't go hard enough. Y'all been poking at each other for years. Y'all been poking at each other for years. Like you had a couple of big stepper jokes in some of these lines that you had over the years. And like you said, the moment somebody stand up shy was good, and you say something, everybody like, you could have did better than that. Instead of saying, yeah, you're right, I'm going to do better, you said, you know what, I didn't even want to play no way. That shit just sounds weird to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if it's the truth, it's the truth. But again, like you could have did it better than this and not make it look like a PR stunt. It looked like PR shit. It looked like marketing to me.
I wouldn't buy that shit if it was on sale, bro. I ain't lying to you. I wouldn't buy that shit if it was on sale.
And here's the thing. Because all that shit happened, nobody's even talking about the fucking album the nigga dropped.
And the album's good.
The album, one of the better ones from him that I like. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, unfortunately you got this song stuck at the end. Okay, you cut it up. Now nobody's going to listen. Man, you know how many people online I've been seeing say, I'm never listening to this nigga again?
Yeah, wow. I've seen that too. Yeah.
Like that, there's a lot of people saying it. Now, mind you, that don't mean that they telling the truth. But again, it's a sheep mentality. Motherfuckers will say one thing, and once you see one person say it, now a million more people got the courage to say the same shit to where now he's turned into a cartoon and they joking the shit out of him. I've seen so many of them shits. And again, I'm known for laughing at the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? So some of them shits are funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But if this man is now I'm gonna get back on the other side of, let's say I believe him. If this man really is doing this shit for his spirit, what the fuck are y'all doing now? Y'all just gonna crush this shit and stomp it out? I ain't with that shit. I don't like that shit. You know how I don't like people ganging up on motherfuckers and shit like that, man. I don't like that. You know,
Now,
but again, like you said, bro, you said what you said. Yes, you can walk it back. Yes, you can walk it back. Yes, you can apologize if you feel you need to. But after all these years, like I would think of somebody in your team that would help you do that a little better than you did.
yeah. Or maybe you take yourself serious with all this shit you've been talking the last 3 years and say, okay, that was a light jab. People weren't really feeling it, but I know I got more in me. If this
Yeah,
motherfucker
just
come back
you
and
got to
say
make
something,
more. You got to make
yeah.
more.
If this motherfucker come back and say something, I'm about to hit him. You know what I'm saying?
But I also said this in my post the other day about this whole shit with my hot take. My thing is, okay, what both of y'all said, right? I feel the same way. I'm sitting there thinking like, shit. As soon as I heard that shit, I would have tried to drop another record in another day going harder.
Yep.
If that's what I'm going to do. Like, I don't got a 9 to 5, so all I got to do is sit here and rap. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all don't like this? Hold on. And I'm
Watch
gonna get
this.
right?
Watch this, yeah.
But you can't do that if you actually don't have the ammo.
Right. Right.
If motherfucker don't have an angle or know what to say about you, this could happen.
You blew your whole load in that on that shit right there.
You busted at the beginning, and now you realize you should have never even went in that motherfucker. And it's like, oh shit. So it still turned back into the same thing. Me just not believing it. It's about your spirit. It's just, you can't play ball that day and you was hungry. Like you didn't have nothing to eat. So your shit was short, bro.
Let's talk about the X Factor. Right after this happens.
Yeah.
Right after this happens, Future puts out another album, and guess who's on it?
Who's on?
J. Cole. Fucking J. Cole. So now you got Future's first album, which went #1 with Kendrick's diss on it. The Future drops a whole nother album a week later. J. Cole's on the album.
Don't worry, I'll forgive you. Just rap on my record. It's okay.
Now we know this verse might have been recorded. Who knows?
Right.
My problem is the optics. Because the people listening, the average consumer listening, thinks you went in the studio that day, recorded it, and just put it out. They don't have no idea about the process. You know what I'm saying? So now it looks a way that you put that out. You did first person shooter. He responded to first person shooter. You put out 7-minute drill. You apologize, and now you're on Future's album. What the fuck is happening here? And I literally saw somebody ask that question. What game is Jermaine playing exactly? And I was like, y'all don't even understand, man. This is really more about Future playing a game than Jay playing a game. Future know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing, and that's the reason why that J. Cole feature wasn't on the first album. It's a reason why it was on the second.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So I kind of feel bad for the brother, to be honest with you, man. Like I had my jokes too. I'm still making them, and I still think it was some whole shit and all that. But I do feel bad for him in a way because, and I'm never gonna back off that. Any of y'all come see me in the street, ask me what I think about it. I'm gonna say Heaux Sh. That's the first thing you're gonna hear me say. So I feel bad for him in a way though because I feel like he wrapped himself into a circle he can't get out of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You wrapped yourself into a situation you can't get out of now. So now the next time when the fall off comes out, as amazing as I'm pretty sure it's gonna be, all of those I'm the best bars are gonna ring so hollow to niggas now. Niggas are not gonna believe you, dog. Like you had an opportunity to cement your position forever in the history of hip hop. You had your
That's
shot.
how it's always been, though. When they say that you're the best, they want people to prove it. They want you to stand behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You think Nas and Jay go head to head if there's not a question about which one of them is the best? Right. If there's never a question about which one of them is the best, that never happens. You know what I'm saying?
Funny thing about you saying that though, because I thought about this shit at the beginning when you first said big three, like the first time we were, Jay, when you said big was selling more, Jay put himself in the 3.
Yep. He did.
Jay hated a 3, and he was the third person. Who said big 3 on this record?
It was Cole, right?
Right.
It was Cole.
So he put himself in it.
Right. So,
oh shit, bro. Check the text. During the time when Jay put himself in that conversation, he was selling less records than the other two. He was nowhere near the star they are. J. Cole sell less records than the other two. He's nowhere near the star they are. So it's always the nigga at the bottom of the rung putting himself in the conversation. Just so happened Jay had the artillery to play the game. Cole ain't built like that. Whoa, bro, you just thank you. Oh shit, I hadn't even thought about it like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God.
yeah. Yeah. So we gotta move. So we good with Cole, man.
Yeah, man. I'm cool, man. Hey, Cole, look, I'm gonna still count the fall off, man.
We gotta peel this onion. So there's rumblings in the industry that Drake has a possible response coming. And I wake up, what? Yesterday morning?
Yesterday morning, yep.
A week ago, I heard rumblings about this shit, maybe Monday or Tuesday. I'm thinking it's all bullshit because it's typically bullshit. I heard this, nothing happens. Again, we look at the level of aggression out of these artists as less than. Like even to the point where they're calling it love taps and Eskimo kisses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Battle light, bars, like, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Record comes out. Woo. He says a lot of things about a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's in typical Drake fashion, that good slick talk that you like to hear Drake do if you like Drake. Drake being Drake makes the song to a beat that you would want to hear in a club, like he did with the other shit.
The shit, yeah. Back to back and that shit when he was riffing with Meek, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cool, but it's Drake. And what we didn't know was that Drake was going to say something about Rick Ross on there.
I had a feeling it was coming. I did have a feeling it was coming.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I personally didn't. Cool. That's what I want to hear that. The internet's going crazy. Until a couple of minutes later, Rick Ross puts up a video of him in the studio. There's a booth behind him and it's a beat playing and he's just laughing. He's not saying a word. He's laughing. And he's
diabolical.
Laughing hysterically. Like when the villain know, I got you. And 2 to 3 hours later, I don't know how many hours later, the motherfucker drops a goddamn song responding to that nigga. And it's not even necessarily the bars for me. It's the shit he say afterwards, man. He put the pimpin' curly on niggas.
Yes.
I haven't heard the track.
Oh.
I haven't heard. I know he said something, but I haven't heard Rick Ross in his track yet.
Bro.
What are you doing? No. What are you doing?
I'm looking it up right now. Is what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
look,
no.
I don't care if you got to mute up and play it. Like, it's only like a couple minutes. If you got to mute up and play it, please do that. But like, yo,
Rick Ross is the winner in this shit. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, you're killing me. Okay.
That told you. Look where I'm at. And 3 hours later, out. Because you know what Rick Ross did with that? He did what Drake should have did when this song came out, because Drake fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Drake let the internet and everybody go crazy wondering if it's AI. He never owned it. He didn't, other motherfuckers, like academics had to come out and say, oh, like, no, it's a real record. He sent it to me. You still don't know if academics telling you the fucking truth just because of how he talk.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? But then the actual mix post-production version, the master version comes out and it sounds way better.
Yeah.
But it's still, still that same Drake clubby shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it is. But Drake is talking big shit. Like he, in his slick manner. Rick Ross said, "Fuck that, homie. You only got you got 3 hours on the clock. Here I am." I give him so much credit just for that.
Yeah.
Just for that.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like again, like he exposed some things.
Boy, did he ever.
He was petty. He was petty with it. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you battle. You gotta have a petty bone in you. Like that, like I think that's why Cole, backed off. He ain't a petty nigga.
Right. You kind of gotta be the battle and get it and do it good. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you gotta have some pettiness about you.
Now, I'm not the world's biggest Rick Ross fan. I do acknowledge we was having a conversation one time. I said, dog, I can clearly tell you that I noticed he's gotten better over time. Like his rhyming has gotten better as time has gone on. His beat selection has always been impeccable. But here's my thing, and listen, y'all, this is no slight simply because I'm not a Drake fan. This is not none of that. I applaud him for saying names or, for putting it out there the way he put it out there and for being direct. When he was still slick at parts, but to a large part, when it came to actually having to say something to a nigga, like he said the nigga's name, and I appreciate that as an MC. But I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. That shit was light. Y'all tripping because it's Drake and he's doing that. That shit was light. Let's just be real about it. That shit was light.
Well, I think they tripping because he named names. Nobody did that now.
Exactly.
Involved
the same
in this.
Reason why niggas went crazy about that Control verse when it really wasn't that crazy. It was just that he said names in the verse.
He just said names. Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, again. And again, if you know the bullshit though, like Drake was being Drake. Drake talk slick. He not sitting there. But he's saying, look, motherfucker got no clothes on. Look. You know what I'm saying? Like he and again, like I may have listened to one Drake album ever. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't about being a fan for me. It's just what I thought I saw him do. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, I like dog. I like Ross's rapping and I like the beat, but when that motherfucker said, "Hey, yo, white boy," I almost fucking died.
That's what made me laugh. I was like, white boy want to come play with us.
Man.
The shit about the operation is crazy. I thought the sound bite from the concert where he was like, Rick Ross is my favorite rapper or something like that. Fantastic. Yes. Fantastic. I love the whole thing. It's great.
And we way past the 3 hour mark. Ain't nobody said a fucking word. You know why?
This is great.
Because nobody fucking saw that coming. There's no way that he put that out and thought that Ross was gonna be the one to come back.
He's like, you're not gonna play with me like this.
No way he thought that. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Right.
And now it makes it okay. So now we'll go back though to what you was talking about earlier, E, about niggas ganging up on niggas. Now, I agree with you. However, with some of the things, and like, listen, y'all, I want to be very clear. It's shit that we hear and niggas that we know that we hear shit from. That is some shit we just can't talk about on here, but I want to allude to some things. We ain't really got to go into specifics. But I think at the end of it all of these niggas are taking this direction because, like, from my understanding, it's been like years niggas been wanting to say something. You know what I'm saying? But because of who Drake is and because of how he played buddy with niggas and do wild shit, you know what I'm saying, slick shit behind the scenes, he played buddy with niggas like, oh, you my man, da-da-da-da-da. Niggas was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I guess it pays some benefit or whatever. But at the end of the day, it came to a point where it was just like, man, fuck this. Like, somebody got to stop this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, but again, so like I said, like if you follow these motherfuckers, any of this information that it's about, like this shit is about, supposedly between Drake and Ross about Ross' ex-girl.
Right.
And Drake took out, or they went somewhere, some shit, they linked up or DM some and linked up with some stupid shit. But Drake known for doing that too.
I'm about to say, from my understanding, a lot of this got a lot to do with girls. Known
for doing that too. So again, for me, it's just the fact, hey man, like I don't feel like nobody got ganged up on this. Like, and I wasn't even saying it like that. I just meant like really like the dog piling on motherfuckers. Like when they try to be vulnerable type of shit. That's what I mean.
I
like,
feel you.
I don't like that. You know, like this battling shit, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Like motherfuckers saying what they saying. Like people gonna feel how they feel. If you a fuck nigga to 4 people and all y'all was included in the initial address, you know,
Oh yeah,
you gonna get it. You know what I mean? What I don't like is the extra motherfuckers who just, you know, jumping in on the bandwagon on the clout chasing shit. Like Simba, you dope. But I didn't like that. I didn't like what he did.
I was kind of on the fence with it. I was on the fence with it because I felt like what he was saying was kind of like, if you stepping out and it's a spot there, I'm gonna try to take it then. But then I was like, but bro, like realistically speaking, you should let the. It's kind of like just like with Control. If your name wasn't mentioned in the song, stay the fuck out of it. Like let them niggas spar if that's what they get ready to do. But you don't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, nobody's talking. So like no matter what you say or how dope it is, ain't nobody gonna give a shit. And so I say big shouts and salute to 3D and the T. I think she murdered that record she did, but it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
Crazy.
Like talk about the shit and don't. There's no reason for you to be negative towards them about it. You ain't got nothing, like you said, they ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Unless you actually have a direct attachment to this. Other than that, you just rapping over the same beat trying to catch clout. That's not cool to be either. You know.
That's just like what Mojo said last time when the Kendrick verse came out. He was like, man, all these niggas that already went and got the beat, and now they ran out here rapping like Kendrick on the beat. And I'm like, yeah, like it's a lot of niggas that's getting ready to try to use this to their advantage to try to get something out of it. Just like, I mean, with the only, like, even, of course, we keep going back. I keep going back to Control for a reason, because it's really the last time in this generation that something like this has occurred. He did the Control verse and was like, I think the thing that pissed people off, certain niggas responded to him saying, I'm the king of New York. And some of the New York niggas that hopped in, I understood them being upset about that. I get it. Okay, cool. But still, even in that, if your name wasn't said when he was naming names, it's a reason why your name wasn't said. You obviously aren't registering to him in that manner. You don't care about what you think. And we have to be aware enough to understand that that's the case sometimes. You know what I'm saying? What if I get on a record? I could get on a record tomorrow and this J. Cole, because I think that was some Heaux Sh he did. Who gives a fuck? He don't know me, and he's never gonna fucking hear it. So who cares? The only people gonna care is the 100 motherfuckers that listen to it on SoundCloud or wherever the fuck I drop it at. You know what I'm saying? Like, them the only people that's gonna care. Other than that, it means nothing. Like, Simba, you could have took that whole verse, not talking about that, continue to be your dope self and just put out a dope song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you're extremely dope, but this is unnecessary. Like, 3D to the T, 3D, sister, you amazing. That wasn't necessary though. Like, yeah, I feel you. Like, these niggas got enough going on already. Like, and the problem I see that's gonna come from this is something that Mojo said. Cole has officially made himself low-hanging fruit for niggas now. And niggas gonna start shooting because they think he's not gonna shoot back now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh man, now you getting ready to put yourself in a situation where you gonna have to fucking do it. You ain't gonna have a choice. You know what I'm saying? You can't just ignore everybody. You gotta do something. But then now if you do it for these niggas and you didn't do it for them niggas, you still don't win.
You look like a bigger sucker then. So it's like, it's no, like, I just feel like, because somebody else said that shit in the conversation, I'm like, well, that meant he really can't say anything. He can't. He's like, oh yeah, he was like, yeah, fuck them niggas. Like, he feel bad for that, but all them lower tier niggas, I'm like, bro, like, you can't do that. You can't not address the big dog and just address all the little dogs. Now you just look like a bully. You know what I'm saying? Now you just look like a bully, man. That shit, you can't do that. You can't say a word.
He kind of frozen. Because the most that he could really do is practice at this point. Keep doing
Yeah.
shows with the stuff that people like. Hopefully, maybe people will come out, but I don't think that he's really gonna be able to do anything. Like it's because he can't, and there is nothing that he can do.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, man. Some of y'all niggas out there that's MCs, I love y'all, man. Y'all my homies, y'all my friends. I know some of y'all for 20, 30 years, man. But y'all gotta get off that shit, man. Y'all talked about this shit like, oh, y'all just want to see niggas get killed. J. Cole and Kendrick was never gonna kill each other, dog. Ever. That was never gonna happen. Them niggas not even gonna fight. It was just gonna be rapping. Y'all act like everything gonna turn into fucking Pac and Big. Like, stop playing. Like, I don't understand why y'all gotta take it there every time. Y'all act like y'all not MCs and y'all ain't come up in this shit like the rest of us.
Yo, can I let me add on to that the Pac and Big part. I've been seeing so many people say that East Coast, West Coast shit involved in this situation. And I'm like, here's where y'all fucking it up at. In Pac's situation, he got robbed and shot first. That was a street situation from the beginning. That was not a rap situation. They rap escalated the shit, but it started off the street. That shit did not start because of something a nigga said on the record. Now, of course, once the nigga said what he said on the record, then the coast, following suit of the media, felt how they felt. You know what I'm saying? But come on, bro. Again, so like even with y'all saying like we don't want to see this again. Cool, had that sentiment, but don't equate it to a Pac and Big situation. Don't do that. Still had the same sentiment because you learned that lesson, but this is a whole totally different thing. This is just rap. Just rap. There's no physical shit behind it. Like put more math into it. How many times you seen J. Cole with an entourage? Like motherfucker, it only take one nigga entourage. How many times you seen him with an entourage?
That nigga walk around catching buses and shit by himself.
In New York.
Anywhere. I seen this nigga walk up in the fucking hood in fucking Mississippi or Memphis or somewhere dolo. Like, I'm like, yo, he moved like that because he know he a peaceful nigga and everybody take him as that. Don't nobody even come at him with that kind of fucking energy. You know what I'm saying? And then here was what they said. I'm glad you said the East Coast, West Coast shit. Kendrick rolled with them Killer Pine Root niggas. I'm like, dog, how many times do you really see Kendrick? You know where he's from. How often do you see him with them? Come on, man. Y'all want this shit to be the same and it ain't.
Do you ever see him with him?
And then maybe early, but not since Good Kid, Mad City. I ain't seen him around.
Look, and when you say early, what we didn't know J-Rock was, like
exactly.
The association was also business. These is artists that's riding. These ain't necessarily crew niggas. These ain't the block niggas from the block.
You got to stop making this look like it's real life all the time.
Yeah.
The things that they say, they're fucking stories. So,
Because you know what we doing? You know what we doing when we do that?
What are we doing here?
Top Dog Entertainment didn't learn the same lesson that we talking about.
Facts.
Like them niggas ain't from the same city that Suge from and didn't see Suge fuck that shit up by bringing all the neighborhood shit into it. Come on, man. Let's give some people, some credit for being smart. You ain't never heard of
Schoolboy Q on the label together.
You ain't never heard of TDE and no type of dumb shit.
And
you heard the respect Top get.
Yes. Yes.
Ain't never heard a TDE and no bullshit. Come on, man. What the fuck are we doing, man? And one of them niggas is an East Coast nigga. One of them niggas that run top dog shit. Like,
I would personally, you know what? I'm gonna tell you some wild shit. The fact that we, and I mean, yeah, we can move on. I know we got a couple other things to hop to, but like, I do want to say this. I'm glad you said something about Top Dog because I need y'all to recognize something. Kendrick Lamar is not a gang member.
Right.
He's not a gang member. J-Rock is in a gang. Schoolboy Q is in a gang. They are Blood and a Crip on the same record label in the same squad, Black Hippie. They rock together. So you mean to tell me that you think Top Dog Entertainment was going to be rolling around and having Kendrick surrounded by all of these killers for no reason? when he ain't a gangbanger. If you see J-Rock and he got killers with him, it's a reason for that. If you see Q, and dog, I just heard Q a little while ago talking about niggas coming to California calling me like, nigga, they'll take me over there. Why the fuck you want to go over there? I don't even go over there. Nigga, and I'm from there, and I don't go over there. I mean, I'm with my daughter at a soccer game. Nigga, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is grown, but dog, y'all act like y'all talking about a couple of 19-year-old niggas that just graduated from high school and don't know no better. These niggas is J. Cole
That's
almost
how
40.
But that's
Come
how
on,
they
man.
that's how they view them, because their favorite
Man.
albums are from that period in time, so they
Yes.
forever want these artists to be that. So that's why they want this drama so bad.
Right.
Oh God, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
thank you.
And you're totally right. But I think people, weren't examining it correctly back then either, though. Because like you hearing these brand new artists from where they from. But again, Kendrick ain't come outside flamed up. His niggas wasn't flamed up. I don't recall seeing him with a lot of people ever over his career.
It was usually with other rappers or,
with TDE.
Yeah.
They're all artists. So I think people be inviting the violence where it's not even supposed to show up instead of, welcoming the peace and not even letting that be a thought. You know where the violence could be at.
And just so y'all know, I'm making a list of all y'all so-called MC niggas. I'm making a list of y'all that's talking all that, oh, we ain't want to see it turn into violence, and I just want to see these niggas fight. I'm making a list of y'all, especially those of y'all that's 35 or older. Say something else. Say something else directly to me, I'm gonna flame your ass. That's on everything I love. Y'all gotta stop playing, man. I don't know what game y'all playing. I came up in this shit. The very first time I spit a verse out my mouth was battling somebody. I met E battling him. I met AP battling him. And then my brothers. Y'all get off that bullshit, man. This hip hop, nigga. We not gangbangers. You know what I'm saying?
It's rap.
Bro, a lot of these dudes are not gangbangers.
Y'all make me fucking sick. Oh my God. Y'all don't know how mad I've been walking around for the last week.
Y'all out here
mad as a motherfucker, yo.
Y'all believe in the movies too much.
Yeah, the movies, the fucking the pictures or whatever, the AI shit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit is wild, man. That shit is wild. Man, look, I will say this. Cole, if it really was about your spirit, brother, do what works for you. You a grown-ass man, you got a family, you got shit you got to do, you got a whole record label to take care of. Do what you got to do for you, man. Don't let nobody bait you into no bullshit, but if they come for your head, brother, do yourself a favor and defend yourself, please. Drake, thanks for doing what you did, man. You did something I wasn't expecting you to do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hip-hop appreciates y'all right now. Y'all, thank you. Ross, salute to you, my nigga.
Yeah, that was a great fucking record. I'm very impressed.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed.
Man. Salute to Ross, man. K-Dot, you on the clock, my nigga. Let's go. Let's go. I want to see where this shit go.
I got a question, man.
Okay.
And the last thing I'm gonna say about it. So you both now have heard every song that's involved, right? Mm-hmm. Who you think got the best song?
Ross.
Yeah, currently it's Ross. Currently.
Okay.
He got the funeral music playing and he's skating over it. And then he gives his eulogy. It's great. It's great. It's great.
And I ain't even, like I said, I ain't a Ross. Like the only nigga that's even involved, only two niggas that's even involved in this that I'm actually a fan of is Kendrick and Cole. And even in that, I really listen to any niggas, so I'm really not a super fan of either one of them. But it's just like, I fuck with them because they the closest thing to us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. Keep it funky. Keep that shit on wax. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. That's all we doing is rapping, man. That's all we doing is rapping. But Drake, do me a favor. Don't let 40 make the next beat for your response, nigga. Get a real beat. Get a real beat. Fuck the club, nigga. That ain't what we here for. I don't want to dance to you talking about it, nigga. I want you to go. If you really about that shit, I want to hear you go, nigga. I don't want none of no more of this slapboxing shit. Come on.
That nigga play them games, man. Like he play that get money game.
Yeah.
We'll make a dance record, make a club record, and this shit gonna get more play just because of how it sound, not because of what I said. And I'm gonna run these streams up on y'all niggas. My shit gonna outstream all you niggas combined.
He gonna have to go. He gonna have to go ways to catch that motherfucker like that. That shit took the fuck off, yo. But yeah, enough respect to all y'all. Hey, yo, Future, you a smart motherfucker, man. You smart motherfucker, dog. I gotta give it to you. You a
Right.
smart motherfucker, bro. Hey, salute to you too. I don't
So all
listen
this
to you.
Future fault, huh?
Salute to you.
So this Future fault.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm totally
Wait,
because he could have told Kendrick, "Don't do that shit, man."
he could have not put the song out.
That part.
Yeah. Because that album is Future and Metro Boomin, not Kendrick. He just did
Right.
a verse.
So the Future line all these niggas up.
From my understanding, that wasn't the original verse that Kendrick spit. They said that Kendrick spit a verse, left, went to his studio, and then spit that one, and then sent it back and said, "Nah, I want to do this." And Future was like, "Okay."
But I mean, even regardless, I'm just saying the fact that Future put the shit out though.
Oh yeah.
Line these niggas up.
Oh, and let's not forget Future taking shots at Drake all throughout that album too. Let's not forget that. Now, mind you, y'all might think Future ain't like he said. We know who Future was before this Future shit started. Fuck with him if you want to. Play with him like he light work if you want to. He's coming. I promise you, he coming. Like that, bro.
He was talking
this
shit.
shit about to be funny. If everybody play by the rules, yo, this about to be fun. It's about to be big fun. Oh my god. Hey, salute to all y'all niggas, man. Y'all making me believe that hip hop might actually get fun again. Thank you. Oh man. Oh,
So you know about all of this shit. If we actually see on video just by if they they'd have to plan it probably, you know what I'm saying? But these two out of any of these niggas bumping each other, and it's automatic laughs and a handshake.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be cool. Because I don't think it's a personal thing. I honestly think it's now, mind you, I can't say that because Kendrick been taking shots at Drake for a really long time, so it may very well be personal with him. But I don't think it's personal to the point where if I see you, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I think it's more of a if I see you and we're in the same space, I just won't come around you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's better if we just avoid each other. If we in this space where we all got to make money together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it would be super dope if all of this shit go down and it come down and all the smoke settle and then you fucking see them niggas at an award show somewhere laughing and you know what I'm saying, and they chopping it up and shit. Like, it'll be real cool to see that, man. And maybe the three of them sitting together kicking it. You know what I'm saying? That would be super cool. But I do want to say one thing in the midst of all of this before I go to the next thing I want to slide on real quick. Big Sean, man, I'm sorry, dog. You just can't catch a fucking break, dog. I'm so sorry.
Didn't he drop an album?
One. He dropped a single, dropped the project. He did a tiny desk. Like it's a lot of shit going on, man. But every time Sean do something big, somebody bigger than him, something happens and it just gets squashed. It's like it don't even exist. So and the shit that he put out was dope. Like I'm not a super big Sean fan either, but I think he's a talented guy, and I think the stuff he put out was quality. But with all of this going on with the big three, there's no way you get any.
I actually think he raps better than all them niggas.
Sean? Word? Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that, too. I ain't mad at that.
I actually do. I enjoy his music like that? Not really. You know what I'm saying? But like I think bar wise and the way he delivers his shit, like those niggas who they fascinate me because I don't understand the rhythm behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But I don't know. It's just something about how he does what he does. I think the others can't do. Now mind you, I think Kendrick is probably right there neck and neck with the nigga. Like so far as how they get their words out. You know what I'm saying? But I just think Sean got a little extra that the other ones don't.
Prior to I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna allow 7 Minute Drill to skew my opinion. I have always thought Cole's pen was the sharpest, but his delivery always troubled me because I say too often he sounds uninterested in what he's talking, what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's too often that it sounds like you just showed up and did it and left. Like you ain't really like you was just like, you know what? All right, okay, here. Like, what you're saying is amazing, but you sound so uninterested. Like, how is anybody gonna calculate the shit? You know what I'm saying? So That's
Yeah,
that's always been my problem with him. But yeah, Sean's a lot better than people give him credit for being, man. A whole lot.
sheer technique, he's just better than you know,
Yeah.
sheer technique wise.
Yeah. I think some of the drama he's had label wise that kind of kept him from putting shit out for him for a minute kind of took him out of the running. Like he was neck and neck with they was all running together. You know what I'm saying? And then when shit started going sideways and he kind of, you know, I know him and Kanye went through something and him and Def Jam went through, it was a lot of labels on and shit. And I think that kind of fucked it up for him. I'm hoping that he can refine his footing. Like I think Sean deserves the look, man. But you know, in this particular instance, I feel bad for him because he, you know what I'm saying? You just had the misfortune of coming out and ready to come back out above ground at the same time this shit popped off. Like, and you had no way of knowing it was coming. Like, you
The
know?
future lying these niggas. He knew what it was.
Yeah. And you know who school Future? Rico Wade. Salute, my nigga. Hey. Hey. Oh, check it. Talking about salute. Today, it takes a nation of millions to hold us back by Public Enemy is 36 years old.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Shit.
My second
long
favorite
time.
hip hop album of all time. My second favorite hip hop album of all time. I love Public Enemy. Salute to the whole Long Island. Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Professor Grip, Terminator X, the S1Ws. DJ B-Lo, I know you came later, but you know what I'm saying, you're still part of the family. Salute the Public Enemy, man. They changed the way people view hip hop music and what people thought you should say in hip hop songs and how they're supposed to sound. I remember the first time I played Bring the Noise, and one of my homies, he was like, "It sounds like they walked in the studio and just threw shit in the room." And like, that's the beat. Go around to it. I was like, yo, you stupid, nigga. But Bomb Squad, man, they legendary. They were responsible also for America's Most Wanted, Ice Cube's first album. So keep that in mind. Man, salute the Public Enemy, man. Salute to all of them. That's fire. Huh?
And leaders of the new school.
Oh, hell yeah. LONS, yeah. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Chuck D gave Busta Rhymes his name. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what Busta said. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the story he told though. But yeah, I think leaders of the new school used to go up to Spectrum City. Like, I know y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now, but like Spectrum City was like a radio station, radio show out in Long Island. And leaders of the new school, they formulated out in Unionville. You know what I'm saying? And they went out to the radio station, and I don't know what his name was at the time, but whatever the situation was, Chuck D was like, yo, you know, maybe you should go with this. You know what I mean? And when Chuck speak, people listen, yo. They got one of the most powerful voices in the history of rap. So, you know, feel how you feel about PE, feel how you feel about Professor Grip, feel how you feel about Flav, but you can't deny the impact of this album and that group on hip hop culture. So, yeah, no respect to them, man. I'm very happy that I was around to witness that. Man. Okay, look, y'all know me. Y'all know I be on some weird shit sometimes. Y'all know I be on some weird shit sometimes. So I'm looking through the news. I'm basically just looking for something to talk about on the pod. And I'm like, I always got to find that one weird thing to talk about. And I was like, I think I found it. I'm gonna bring this up. So I don't fuck this up. Give me just a second. Hold on. Give me just a second. Okay, this is reported by the National Post, which is a surprisingly reputable outlet. So the headline reads: Ontario resident who wants both a vagina and penis wins public funding for unique surgery.
Huh?
Where?
So,
Ontario?
Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
A court has ruled Ontario must pay for a penis-sparing vaginoplasty for a person who identifies as neither fully male nor fully female. I'm gonna read a little bit of the article, just a little bit, so we can get some background to this. Okay, so now we know we often talk about the healthcare system in Canada and how dope it is that they pay for shit, you know, all that other stuff. Cool. This Well, I'll let you be the judge. Ontario has been ordered to pay for surgery for a resident who is seeking to have a vagina constructed while leaving their penis intact. Denying the procedure would infringe on the person's charter-protected right to security of the person, an Ontario court said in its ruling. The unanimous decision by a three-member panel of judges of Ontario's Divisional Court could expand access to a novel bottom surgery for people who identify as non-binary, meaning neither fully male nor fully female. I'm not going to read any more at the moment. Thoughts, gentlemen?
This is crazy. It's like the way it's just like chess and somebody won because they're infringing on my rights as a human to not force to try to force me to remove parts of my body I don't want to. And then another side is like, well, we don't know what that's called, so I can't do it. So it's not covered. And that's the battle they've been having. This is crazy to me.
I can't help it, man.
This is crazy to me. I think, good shit to the person who is able to be awarded what they are looking for. I think the system now has to go back to the drawing board and figure out what they're going to call this and then make sure that this never happens again in the history of human life.
They can't do that.
Tell me. Why?
Because they did this one. You set a precedent. So like now it's like any person who feels like, hey, well, any man who says, yeah, I want a vagina too, and you're gonna pay for it, you pay for his. Like, cause again, so when you brought it up, at first when you said grant, I was thrown because I'm like, wait a minute. So like I'm only a teensy bit familiar with Canada and how they give out grants to their musicians. You know, like I know quite a few. The government pays for them to make music, and that's how they live. You know what I'm saying? And again, like how you said in the beginning, we are aware of we thought we were aware of the great healthcare benefits that they have access to. You know what I'm saying? For little to no money. But when you said it could get a grant for this, like our insurance doesn't, Americans' insurance doesn't cover certain things if it's considered cosmetic. Like we can't get grants for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or we fund me out this motherfucker. We got GoFundMe and do some other shit. But
we got GoFundMe and run that.
Yeah.
That's just some other shit. So I don't understand. I would need to hear the rest of that article, man. Like, why did they put in the article why they gave him the grant? Like, I mean, like, why
it's because they were infringing on their rights as a human. Like that's what at least what I read was because yeah. It says because they tried a couple different sources and they said that they've been doing this since 2022. Damn, I lost a spot where I was at.
So shit. Okay, I'm gonna check this out. So
Yeah.
the Ontario resident identified in court documents as KS has been locked in a legal battle with the Ontario Health Insurance Plan since 2022, where OHIP denied a funding request to have a penile preserving vaginoplasty performed at a clinic in Austin, Texas. The surgery, which is not available anywhere in Canada, involves creating a vaginal canal or opening without removing the penis. KS 33 was born male but identifies as female dominant and uses a feminine name. OHIP denied her request for funding, arguing that the procedure is not included on its list of sex reassignment procedures and is therefore not an insured service. So that is why I'm guessing that with that being the situation with the insurance would lead to the grant situation. But
I don't know what to call that. So how do we cover it?
The wilder part to me is that this is happening in Texas. What the fuck? I mean, I know you're from Canada, but they're doing the surgery in Texas.
Yeah.
They got
I don't
somebody.
know how much I know about the political climate in Texas.
Yeah, that's why I called it chess. I was like, the better person made the correct moves and checkmate, because none of this makes any sense.
So is Texas known for like their plastic surgery, or is that considered? Yeah, that's plastic surgery, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is Texas known? Like, are they renowned for their plastic surgery?
Well, I
thought
know
it was Florida.
they do have some very highly regarded sex reassignment surgeons in Texas. Yeah, I do know that. Yeah, I do know that. As a matter of fact, I know someone personally who had their sex reassignment surgery in Texas. Yeah. Yeah, I think they got it in Houston or Dallas. One of the big cities, Houston or Dallas, one of them, yeah.
Why is that so? That's so fucking surprising to me. I just never would have thought that Texas would be. I would think it would be here or Miami or something.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, look, man, KS, Ontario. Hey, look, dog. I'm not going to jump out the window and say nothing crazy because I know how y'all get. But I need y'all. Hey, listen. I just want to say this real quick to my trans community friends. I got friends in the trans community. I don't want to say this real quick to y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Some of this shit funny, and you gotta stop denying that it's fucking funny because this shit is. Come on, man. Don't tell me you don't see the comedy in this. I'm just saying, like, hey, look, KS, if that's what you want to do, if that's who you want to be, more power to you, dog. I'm not the type of person that'll say, oh, no, don't do that. Like, you ain't heard nobody do it. Do your thing. It is what it is. But just know that if you the topic of a Dave Chappelle skit on his next stand-up, you can't get mad. Like, this shit is hilarious. So, good God. I don't, I just don't know what to say, man. Like, I'm trying my best not to, like, I'm trying to walk the line and not go crazy, but, like,
I ain't going.
Do it. Do it.
Nah, it was gonna be a question. So like, nah, I ain't asking the question.
Oh man, I just want to know. I'd like to talk to KS personally. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can find out who this person is and reach out. But yo, I'd like to interview you, yo. Like, I just want to know, like, what's going. I need to know what's going on. I need to know. I'm a little. I will say this, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. I think it's great that people who have felt marginalized over time are receiving some degree of equality and justice and all of that shit in society. I think it's a beautiful thing. As soon as y'all decide to do that for us, it's really gonna be all good, but whatever. But at the same time, like, if you want equality in legislation and you want equality in legality and you want equality in employment and you want equality in housing and you don't want nobody to be able to hold who you are against you, stop making these fucking comedians' jobs hard. Y'all ain't immune to fucking jokes because you different, motherfucker. Like, I'm just saying, you ain't immune to that shit. Like, it bugs the fuck out of me that my favorite comedians feel like they got to curb what the fuck they saying because y'all might get mad. That's why I love Dave, because he don't give a fuck about y'all getting mad. Get two fucks about that shit. And honestly, neither do I. But I feel that way because I feel like I do enough in my everyday life to show that I'm not an anti whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anti-trans. I'm not anti-LGBTQIA, whatever. I'm not anti any of that. But jokes is jokes, nigga. Shit be funny sometimes. Get over your motherfucking self already. Pardon me, my bad. I just get mad about that shit, dog. I'll be upset about that shit because like, who the fuck you think you are that we can't make a joke about you, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh shit. I did want to get y'all opinion on something. I know I posted the screenshot of the post, but I mean, but what the post was saying was what was prevalent. There was a young lady named looks like it's UCC Nandi. Looks like the name. Okay. And she said, a man will put his happiness aside for his woman, but a woman will put her man aside for her happiness.
True. I ain't
Harsh,
talking about this right now.
but sad reality.
I got people around me. I ain't talking about this right now.
Oh shit. That nigga said, I got people around me. I'm not talking about it.
No, I think I think it's a case by case scenario. I think it's all case by case. I don't think it's everybody that would do that. I think that there are certain people who are like, you know what, this is what I'm willing to sacrifice to make my relationship happy, better, because this is what I want my focal point to be. It's about, I feel like it's about where, you know, your importance lies.
Mojo.
Is it like career? Is
Say.
it like
I love the way you did that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh,
I think I cleared.
You did
I think I'm
good.
good.
You
I think
did
I'm
good.
good. I think I'm
You
good.
did good. No doubt. I'm proud of you, bro. You did good.
I think I'm good.
Yo, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. You ain't gonna do it?
Nah, wait. All right. I'm trying to figure out how to say this without asking you to edit some shit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
I do agree with the statement. I do agree that it's case by case. Whoa, okay. But from
oh man.
Skip, pass.
Come on, Skip. Come on, Skip. Skip. Come on,
All
Skip.
right, look. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just say this.
It's difficult for me to answer that, man. Like, I feel like I've been the in that situation a few times.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like where I definitely was sacrificing my happiness to be there. And you know, once or twice maybe. Well, not I could definitely say once for damn sure. Chick skipped out, not realizing the trade that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, boy, this is a hard one. Only because I had to tell you later.
No doubt, no doubt.
Shit. But
this was a tough one.
It is. Yo, man, can you put a timestamp on this to ask this question a year maybe now so I can really elaborate?
No doubt. I got you.
Said a year.
Yeah, boy,
yeah, give it time to yeah, I feel you. Give it time to marinate. I feel you. I mean, all I'll say is when I first saw it, I was like, ooh, that'll be dope. I downloaded the screenshot, but then I thought about it and I was like, well, damn, that's tricky. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if
it is
not. Like, but then I put it in there and I was like, well, fuck it. Either we're gonna talk about it or we're not. I don't know. But it is tricky. It really is. I mean, because the unfortunate thing is people make statements and they make them as generalities and they're very all encompassing. When in all actuality, like nobody, men or women, neither are a monolith. They're not all the same. I've known guys who have done the exact same thing they say the women is doing in this equation, and I've known it to be the other way around for the women. So like, it is case by case. But on I will say on an highly unbalanced scale, the statement is true. It's true. But I think it's true for a variety of reasons. And I think it's true to a large degree in some cases because for a long time, especially in our communities, a long time women weren't valued properly. So they had to put their happiness ahead of other things because nobody else was looking out for it. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side, us as men, we create our happiness in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? We know what makes us happy, and we make sure that those things are involved in our life in some degree. But we also have an innate desire to protect the things we care about. And therefore, you will put that woman ahead of what makes you happy because you want to protect her and her happiness and her peace. You know what I'm saying? Do I think it makes sense? No, it doesn't make sense at all. But it's what we do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at a point you have to understand when somebody is being detrimental to your peace of mind, being detrimental to your ability to be happy. You have to understand when that's happening and act accordingly, whether you be male or female. You know what I'm saying? So
because we're not always sacrificing our happiness to our detriment either. Let's say that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we just make sure she's happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not. But again, because we don't. Now, here's what's fucked up about this. This is a. We don't, as men, we generally don't even say I'm doing things for my happiness. Happiness is not a ideal that we speak on.
Thanks.
Like, not in the majority. You know, like, we having a conversation now because you saw the meme, you know what I'm saying? But like that's not our happiness is never really necessarily something that we discuss amongst ourselves. You know, like, and it could be because, like you said, we tend to do the things that make us happy anyway. But like, we're not really voicing it. You know what I mean? Like, I typically hear women speak on their happiness more. So like, I see why the meme makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because we hear women complaining about their happiness all the time. You don't really hear men complaining about it.
Oh no. No. I mean, you might hear I think the bigger thing for us isn't necessarily about happiness. I think a lot of times for us it comes down more to being able to provide and being able to protect. And those are the things that we put in the forefront of our mind to speak to people about. Our own personal happiness is way back here somewhere. And so we
Right.
do things that make us happy, but it's not like we necessarily thinking about it and, oh, I got to do this to make me happy. We just do it because it's what we do.
Right.
And it may be at a point where you realize, like, I didn't realize until I stopped playing basketball on a regular basis that playing basketball made me happy. You know what I'm saying? I felt good when I was hooping. Like, I never realized how much that was a part of my overall happiness until I stopped doing it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, we can go ahead and get off this, man. Like, I know there's a lot of shit I want to say but I don't want to say. So you know what I'm saying? Like, but with that said, that is actually an excellent segue into the next thing I want to talk about, because there was a
I got a dip.
Oh man. All right, well, I mean, yeah, we about to show. You know what, man? I don't even know if I want. Yeah, I do want to talk about this. I do. But yeah, if you got to skate, I understand, bro. But hey, glad you made it, no doubt. Rest in peace, OJ.
My guy, not OJ.
Oh my goodness, yo, that's
you safe out there.
Yo, no doubt.
I'm gonna do my best.
Bro. We'll be back Tuesday, man. I see you soon, brother.
All right,
most definitely. Peace. But yeah, yeah, we dodged the bullet. That was a good one. Okay. Hey, we did. Hey, bro, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I move the way I move on stage. It ain't necessarily dancing, but we damn sure danced on that one. That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, let me see here. Now,
yeah, because I was about to fuck that up. That's why I was saying, like, I can't.
Oh man. So
the question is ooh.
Yes. And I think we owe it to ourselves to be honest about certain things. We have it's a lot of things that we as people can't discuss the way we want to, simply because of some of the conditions that have existed in our lives in the past and things that still exist now that make it hard for the situations between men and women to be what they should be. And they're able to have those conversations without it ruffling feathers. So,
Yo, past trauma is a motherfucker.
Bro.
It's a motherfucker. And it manifests in so many different ways, just obviously according to the person and what their trauma was. But
and motherfuckers won't own up to it most of the time.
Own up to the trauma is a problem? Or
exactly. Well, they'll express the
Or
trauma, but they won't express that it's still fucking with them. Yeah,
I mean, sometimes they might not know.
true.
You
That's
know what I'm
true.
saying? What I was thinking is the problem is people not accepting that that's a trauma for somebody. Even
Mm.
if the other person doesn't know it's a trauma, you can see it.
Oh
It's like,
man.
you know what I'm saying? So,
No doubt.
what have you with that?
Hell
What
yeah.
you with that?
Hey, but yo, on the real, y'all remember this when y'all hear this, when it drop, y'all remember a year from now we're gonna revisit this and we're gonna really be able to tell the truth. So oh man, so I hate that. I mean, we started out with shout outs to those that passed away, so I'm gonna close out on this too. 19-year-old Sade Robinson from Milwaukee. Uh Man, rest in peace to her. Much love to her whole family. Just to give people some background in case you're unfamiliar with the story. When 19-year-old Sade Robinson didn't show up for her shift at a Wisconsin pizza restaurant on April 2nd, her co-workers immediately suspected something was wrong. The evening before, Robinson had planned a first date with Maxwell Anderson, 33, at a local seafood restaurant, according to a criminal complaint against Anderson. He is now facing charges of homicide, mutilation of a corpse, and arson in connection with Robinson's death. The young college student had been looking forward to the date, even telling a worker in her building how excited she was, the complaint said, blah, 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 blah. We ain't gotta worry about all that. But not shit, man. One of Robinson's friends called the police the night that she didn't show up for work, saying she had not returned her calls or shown up for work. The criminal complaint was said. Police visited Robinson's apartment for a welfare check, but did not find her there. The restaurant closed for 3 days during the search. Uh, the morning after the date, her car was discovered on fire. Wow. They were able to identify the outfit that she had been wearing inside the vehicle, despite the fact that it had been set on fire, as well as part of an iPhone that was consistent with the phone that she had been known to carry. That same day, police were called to the scene of another gruesome discovery: a human leg on the beach in Warnemont Park in the Milwaukee suburb of Cudahy, which appeared sawn off at the hip. I don't need to read any more of this to give you any idea about exactly what the fuck is happening here. She went on a date with this gentleman and he killed her and cut her up. Like, let's just call it what it is. He killed her. He killed her and chopped her up. And I want to be very clear about something too. Sade Robinson is obviously well, no, I won't say obviously. She's a young black woman, and this Maxwell Anderson is a 33-year-old white man. Damn,
Like
ladies.
the family.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Ladies, y'all gotta be. And it's fucked up that you have to be. It's really fucked up that you have to be extra vigilant about the people that you go out with, the fact that these kind of sickos even exist is problematic. Um I almost don't know what to say because it's kind of like, what can you tell these people? You can't say anything to them to make it better. Um I just hope that y'all will be mindful, man. It, it's some really sick fucking people in this world, man. They do not have your best interests at heart, and they don't want to. I watch a lot of true crime shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it. I wanted to be a profiler and catch serial killers when I was younger, until I realized I was gonna have to be a fed to do it. Then I was like, fuck that. So I watch a lot of true crime shit, and I observe the information, I observe the evidence, I observe the actions of the people that are involved, and I observe a lot of different things. The thing that I notice more than anything is, guys, yeah, it's crazy for us out here. It's dangerous for us out here. Like, we shoot each other, beat each other the fuck up, all this other dumb shit all the time. But it's nothing compared to what women go through. Nothing. It's not even close. If you do your homework, you'll recognize 97% of serial killers only kill women. It's very rare that you find a serial killer that kills men. Very rare. John Wayne Gacy was an exception to the rule. Jeffrey Dahmer was an exception to the rule. Most serial killers kill women. I really wish that there was a way, like when you go out on dates with these people, if you don't know them already, if you've been set up on a blind date, if you met them on some Tinder bullshit or some of that, take somebody with you. Put yourself in a situation to win, to make sure you make it home. These motherfuckers are crazy. And there's no amount of begging you can do. There's no amount of anything you can do to change their mind once they've decided that that's what's going to happen. And I have no doubt in my mind, and this is totally me speculating, but I have no doubt in my mind that in his mind he fetishizes black women, and that's why it was okay for him to do what he did. In his mind, it's a lot of that shit going on. And the fucked up part is niggas won't recognize it for that because I need to be very careful about how I say this. Okay, I'll put it this way. I don't think every interracial relationship is that. I don't think that. I've never thought that. When I think I notice that, especially when I see like a white guy go from black girl to black girl to black girl to black girl to black girl, it makes me believe that that's the case for him. When I see a sister go from white boy to white boy to white boy to white boy, sometimes it works the other way around too. There's a fetish, there's a sickness that formulates inside your brain that makes you see this person or this type of person, this specific demographic of people a certain way. And as soon as they don't respond or act in the manner that you expected them to act, you just throw them to the wind and get another one. Or you kill them and chop them up and set their fucking car on fire because you're a sicko. I don't know. It's just fucking crazy, bro. I don't know. Condolences to the family. It really ain't nothing else to say. So wow, man. Man. Rest in peace, Sade Robinson. Rest in peace, Rico Wade. Rest in peace, OJ Simpson. Rest in peace, Mr. C. Any of y'all out there that lost somebody that we don't know, rest in peace to them. Salute to you. Condolences to you and your families. Look, man, if you love your people, hug them, kiss them, tell them you love them. Don't let a day go by that you don't say it because you never know when you won't be able to do it again. Black men, take care of yourselves out here. We dying way too soon, and some of it's by design. I hope you know that. So treat yourself accordingly. How are we going to teach the next generation to be what they're supposed to be if we're not here to do? Think about it. Think about it. Rest in peace to J. Cole's credibility.
Wow. Wow.
I had to lighten it up, man. I had to lighten it up.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, Cole. I still got love for you, Cole, man. That was still some whole shit, but yeah, I got love for you, bro. It's all good. I'm gonna cop the fall off when it drops.
Yeah, I really don't hurt your career, bro, for real.
Yeah, no doubt. I did hear someone mention that they felt like some of what they observed from him on the stage and just some of the things that he said around this make them feel like he may be about to bow out of the game. And he don't want to go out on that note. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, I wish you'd just say that. I respect that a lot more than anything else. But I don't know. It is what it is, man. I'm gonna stay tuned in, waiting to see what happened next. K-Dot, you on the clock, nigga. Let's get to it. Yeah, I don't know. You got anything else, bro?
Nah.
That's what's up. I'll see y'all a year from now when we give it out. Y'all stay tapped in with us, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Salute to Pretty Kings. Salute to Echo Limitless. Y'all already know what it is, man. Pantha Politix Podcast. I do got a new Sidebars episode dropping soon with my man Tarley from Minnesota. It's been a while since I dropped one, so I figured it's time to get back to work. All Purpose will also be returning soon. Jay Bond had to step off for a minute, so I'm gonna have some guest hosts filling in for him so he get back. So it's all good. But on behalf of Mojo the Barnes, no, it's Mojo Barnes and ethemadassassin. I am Seven Da Pantha. This is Pantha Politix. We're back in the building, y'all. Y'all know what it is. We'll catch y'all next time. One.